fucking die before I can even talk? Cool. Hanaki, did you know that our souls are connected by fate? Please say yes. Well, what do you know? I'm Yuno Hanaki, the one and only Oran from Mialun. Hi everybody. Happy Monday. Happy OniMon. Welcome in, welcome in. I hope you had a good weekend. I hope you had a good start to your week. Hope things are going well for you. I feel weird today. Today was kind of an interesting day because something very interesting happened today. That I feel I must discuss with you. No, I wasn't eating sand! Shut up! I don't even have any kinetic sand in my house. I don't even have any kinetic sand in my house. I couldn't possibly be eating sand. Anyways, I was minding my business today. It was the afternoon. I was working on something kind of related to VTuber stuff. I'm not putting it on Throne. It's not edible. The whole point of the question was that it's not normally edible. No. Stop. Anyway. But what I wanted to say is, so you guys remember that job that I applied to and then they didn't reply to me because they hate me and want me to die, even though they said that they were going to try and get me in for an interview? So surprise, minding my business this afternoon, and I randomly get a text from them and they're like, "Hi, Yuno. Yeah, your name is actually on the list of people they want to interview. Are you still good for tomorrow?" And I was like, huh? So I guess I did make it to the next interview. Just a week after they had initially said it would be. Which is interesting. I'm not really a fan of that, but I'll take it. Maybe someone quit. That's not a good sign. Can we not say that, maybe? I feel like that wouldn't be a good sign. I feel like that would mean that this might be a bad job. But yeah, so very suddenly I have a video interview tomorrow afternoon. Which is why I have to push, the Tuesday stream to a bit later. I'm going to aim for 4, but I don't know necessarily. It kind of depends on how my energy levels are in general. So here we go. Too late now. Yuno doesn't need them. I mean, I did low-key kind of wonder if I should have just been like that, but no. I'll at least hear them out for this next stage. If I don't like what I hear, or if the vibes are off, then I might just reconsider, assuming I even make it past this stage. But this means that I've done, like, the basic, application. I've done a test, and I've done one interview, and now I have to do another interview. I would really hope that there aren't more steps after this one. I'm really, like, hoping and praying that there wouldn't be more steps. But we'll see. Do not. They can be chain yanking clowns. You can't. What do you mean I can't? I could. I could yank a chain if I wanted to. But yeah, I don't know. So I have that tomorrow, and I was, like, really frazzled by it. I don't really like it when I am told of something that's happening the day before. So I've been very out of sorts all day because it, like, really threw me off because I thought that this job had ghosted me and that I wasn't progressing. So I've been spending all of today feeling weird, and one of the things that happened was I did some laundry today, and the laundry room is on the bottom level of the box, as I have mentioned previously. I put the laundry in the washer, and then I went to go back upstairs to go back to my room, and I tripped up the stairs. Because I was so out of it. I tripped hard, And I didn't fully fall on my face or anything, so I guess that's cool, but I had to, like, brace myself on, like, the hall wall in front of me, because it was, like, near the top of the steps, which I guess is also good. I didn't fall fully up the stairs, but it was a really bad tumble. I was like, I might die. I literally said out loud, imagine dying right before an interview. Right before the thing that could possibly turn your life around, you freaking just eat it and you die. That would be my isekai origin story, I fear. Probably. It would more than likely be because I freaking trip, because I'm just so out of sorts. I'm taking so-and-so co as my generic company name. I would credit you, but I won't remember your handle. It's fine. Also, my handle's literally just at Yuno Hanaki. Technically speaking, that's what I show up as when I type in chats. So, yeah, job interview tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. If I die, I die. If I don't, I don't. We'll have to see. I'm really nervous. I'm not good at interviews. I'm never very confident in them, and I feel like I do have a general ability to yap, but I feel like I can't hold a thread during interviews. Like, when I'm talking during an interview, I feel like I can't stay on topic, or I say, like, conflicting information that doesn't make sense because I'm just trying to fill the void by talking. And I do the thing I used to do when I was younger, where the more I try to talk to, like, fill the void because I feel awkward, the more my voice starts to, like, waver and sound, unconfident, because I am. So admittedly, I'm very, very scared right now. But, I'm gonna do my best. We're gonna see how it goes. At the very least, if it works out somehow and I pass and I get job, I still would have like 2 weeks to try and get my shit together. Which is nice. They have said that it is okay if I need time to get shit together before properly starting, so that will allow me to get certain, as Onimama used to say, it will allow me to get more of my ducks in a row in terms of, like, setting myself up for success and all of that stuff. So, I'm trying to be optimistic, but I'm also so fucking nervous. I wasn't able to take my afternoon nap properly because I had so many jitters. And, like, I just keep thinking about all the stuff I have to do to prep tomorrow so that I can be ready for it, and I'm, like, really nervous, and I'm scared. It's so scary. I hate interviews. Interviews are my worst enemy. The only time I've been okay with interviews is when it's related to VTubing stuff. VTubing stuff, interviews are easy because I'm, like, really comfortable talking about content, and I get to just kind of chill and also be Yuno for most of it. When I have to put on the government-mandated handle and, like, the professional business face, I don't like it very much. I can do it, but I don't like it. And I think that becomes evident in how I speak. So I'm nervous, and I don't know how well I'm gonna do. But I will give it a good old Yuno Hanaki attempt. And if it works out, cool. If it doesn't work out, that's okay. I was already working on the contingency plans for the fact that I didn't get any information last week. So, it'll be same shit as usual. Is even scarier being a video interview? Do they give you questions to read off of, or do you just freeball it? Well, it's video interview because it's being done over, Microsoft Teams. I'm whispering it because I know that might trigger some people. Allow me to cast the spell of calm, lock in, you goof. Don't hit me! Yeah, see, I told you. See, I told you. I had asked what it was going to be on, and, they confirmed it was Teams, and I was like, oh, okay, and I was like... I don't really want to use Teams, but whatever, fine. I also had to dig out my ancient fucking webcam, because I don't really have my webcam plugged in at all times, because I don't like it. So I had to go find it and plug it back in. And I was like, oh, this thing's dusty. I had to dust it off. It was gross. But I think everything is good in terms of, my setup and things as well. I'm just so fucking nervous. I wish I didn't have to be so nervous, but I'm so nervous. So I'm sorry if most of this stream is just me screaming and crying, because sometimes I just randomly remember that it's happening and I'm like, ah! And I freak out. So I apologize for being the way that I am. Thank you for understanding. Combo, you know you got this. Thank you. I'm gonna try my best. Like I was saying, I'm okay with it going in either direction. I'm really nervous, but I think it'll be fine. I am manifesting good. Only good thing. Is it an early interview? No, it is in the afternoon. It is, 3 p.m., I believe, was the time that we confirmed. The options were either 3 or 4. And I was like, I guess I'll do 3. And so I guess in theory, I could push Desktop Explorer to be earlier, but I think I'm just gonna wait and do it. There's also a chance I might fully cancel Desktop Explorer. I don't really want to, but it depends on the vibes post-interview. It depends on if my energy is, like, fried or not. I might need to pass away. And I have plans in the evening, so my schedule's still gonna be kind of wonky. I hope 2 hours is still a decent enough time to play Desktop Explorer, but I don't know. Sorry if this stream is just me screaming and crying. Girl's so rattled she's apologizing for the standard Yuno stream. Hey, that's not true. I don't cry every Yuno stream. Nor do I scream. I think I'm usually calm in a Yuno stream. But like this one really is making me feel rattled and frazzled and I'm feeling crazy. So, that's why I'm apologizing. I normally try to keep the vibes as chill as possible, but every time I think about what's happening tomorrow, I freak out! I'm scared! What if they think I'm ugly? And then they're like, we're not hiring her on the grounds that she's ugly, even though this is a call center job. When I was talking to them in the first interview, they were like, talking about how this isn't a front-facing job at all. Like, you're literally, like, way in the back, in, like, this back area taking all the calls. And I was like, oh, that's perfect for me. And I tried not to elaborate, but in my head, I was just like, I feel like I'm just saying that I'm really awkward. So now I keep getting overly paranoid, and I'm just like, what if they actually think that I'm ugly? And then they decide that I'm not good enough, and they wish that I'm pretty, and I'm not. So I keep catastrophizing, like, really stupid shit. So, you know. That's what I mean when I say that I'm, like, crazy right now and I'm screaming and crying, because my brain's just like, what if you do something really fucking dumb? And I'm just like, please, I'm trying to be good. When the video interview starts, it's just Limbo sitting on the other end. No, see, it's fine because the person that's going to be interviewing me is a woman. That automatically puts me, like, at least 5 times more at ease than if the person I was going to be interviewing with was a man. Another job interview. It's the second interview for the last job that ghosted me. So maybe this one's actually gonna work out. Maybe. I don't know yet. But it's not a different one. It's for the same position I was interviewing for, last week. Week before last, technically, and then I was supposed to hear back that week, and then I didn't. But I heard back this week. So I guess it works out. Gonna flub and go, mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry. I think I'd actually just have to leave the Teams conversation and never come back. I think I would just have to be like, guys, unfortunately, I have to be a VTuber forever. I don't think I can ever come back from this. Also, I'm never going outside ever again in the off chance I run into this woman in the wild. I'm so nervous, man. But it's okay, whatever. But yeah, no, it's not gonna be Limbo. It can't be. Also, I don't think they would have a random lawyer be the person in charge of hiring for, like, a call center. Now, if I was interviewing for, like, a law firm to do, like, secretarial duties and stuff, maybe. But Limbo wouldn't be there. Anyways. So, that's, like, the main, like, big thing that happened today that has left me frizzled, shriveled up like a grape. So, like I said, if I just randomly remember that it's happening and I freak out, I'm sorry for all the screaming and crying I'll be doing this stream. So, yeah. But I guess speaking of screaming and crying, thanks to a very kind, offline tip, which is not accounted for in the tip, tracker, because I always refresh the tip tracker every Monday. And this happened offline, so I refreshed already. I always refresh right before OniMon, in case you were wondering why it always goes back to 0, even though the number is still, the title is still the same. It's just because I refresh it. I keep track of it, like, weekly. Anyways, but thanks to a very kind offline tip, after I tweeted on my sub account about a thing that was really cute, I will be getting a Limbo teddy bear. Bustafellows released, some pastel-colored, teddy bears of the main cast of characters. They're all, like, pastel versions of their image colors, and they also have the characters' eye colors. They're very cute. If it wasn't for the fact that it's quite a bit of money to get all of them, I probably would have gotten the whole set. But I only got Limbo, because he's the one that I want the most. And I honestly don't have enough room on my bed for 6 teddy bears. I really don't. So I'm gonna be conservative and I'm only gonna get the one. I did think about getting a second one for one of my other favorites in that game, but I decided against it. But he looks so cute. I'm really excited. Something else I did pick up, though, is the official Bustafellows art book. So that's going to be coming, too. I don't think they're coming together. I think it said that the bear is going to be coming in mid-August, and then the art book is late September. So, I have to wait a little bit longer for the art book, but I'm excited for the bear. I am going to cuddle him so, so much. He's so cute. They have little bows on their butts. It's so adorable. It's giving pom-pom pudding. The bows are, like, above where their little bear tails are. It's so cutie. They're so cute. I freaking love them. With 6, we would have been pushed to being not visible. No, you guys are still visible on my bed. I have a pretty big bed. I don't know if I've ever mentioned how big my bed is before, but my bed's actually pretty large. And it also is majority taken up by plushies. But I can see all of my plushies is the thing. Because when I sleep, I, like, curl up in a ball, so I don't take up that much space on my bed, even when I'm, like, in it. So, and then, like, the other side of the bed is just, like, lined all the way up with plushies. But I do have a lot of plushies now because you guys have gifted me a lot of plushies. Like, plushies that you've given me via Throw-In and such. But I just feel like having 6 separate bears would get crazy. So I was conservative, but I was like, I won't buy all of them. I kind of wanted to get the Teuta bear as well, because I love Teuta. But, the Toyota bear wouldn't come until late August, and I didn't want to delay the shipment of Limbo. I'm a bit selfish, okay? I just want Limbo to come home. So I was like, I will hold off. The Tamagotchi plush watching Yuno cuddle with the Limbo plush night after night. Hey, I'll still cuddle with the Tamagotchi plush. Everyone will get their turn. I'm just really excited to have the Limbo bear. And the thing about the Limbo bear, too, though, is that he's really small. Like, he's not going to be the best size for cuddling, but he is going to be cute. And I will still keep him near me. The Tamagotchi plush is probably still bigger. I didn't actually look at the measurements for the bear, but from what I've seen in the photos, the bears kind of look like they're more plushy keychain sized, which isn't a bad thing, but that means that they're not the best for cuddling. Plushie envy is a level of meta I didn't expect. God, I wish I were that plushie. Yuno puts Limbear in her pocket. I mean, maybe. He might fit in a pocket. Like I said, I don't know. I didn't look at the specifics of the sizing. Perfect to carry with you, the bear? I think so. I don't know for sure. It'd be really wild and funny if somebody got her the sleeping evolution line from Poke Center. You mean like the life-sized one? Because I do technically have a sleeping Glaceon. But it's not the life-size one. The life-size ones ended up being, like, so big, which is shocking, because the evolutions don't look like they're supposed to be that big in comparison to the trainers. But I have, like, the smaller Sleeping Glaceon, technically speaking. I also have a fat Sleeping Pikachu. My Sleeping Pikachu is bigger than the Sleeping Glaceon. Sleeping Glaceon plush, you have a Lyn plush? Well, yes, but I got it way before I met Lyn. I got it way before I met Lyn. And the reason I got it was because initially my friend was going to get me Espeon, but Espeon was sold out, so he was like, what's your second favorite? And I was like, Glaceon, and he was like, bet. One down, the rest of them to go. Oh god. I don't think my bed could handle that many. And they're so big if we're talking about the life-size ones. And I guess if we go for the smaller ones, it wouldn't be terrible. Still kind of a struggle, though. I need the giant Lapras. That one does look very comfy. Pokemon plushies all just look so comfy and good for snuggling, and I can confirm, having two of them, they're very good for snuggling. I have a Chromie plushie since 2 years ago. Cute! I went from having very few Pom-Pom Puddings to having like 4 Pom-Pom Puddings, and I think 3 of them were gifted to me from Tamagotchi. I think 3 of them were gifted to me by Tamagotchi, and I know at least one of them was gifted to me by Hitomi. The life-size Gardevoir. I mean, the life-size Gardevoir does look very cute, but I don't think I could keep that one in my bed. There's definitely not enough space with all the other plushies I have. I would have to set it up like in a living room or something. Definitely not enough space in the bed, though. And that's fine. You don't always need to sleep with every plushie. Some plushies can be display plushies. But that's also coward's talk. It's her bed now. Fair enough. I guess I just will never sleep. She can have the bed, if it means she will be comfortable. If there's a will. I don't want it! I like Gardevoir, but Gardevoir is not like my favorite Pokemon in the whole world. That said, I do end up with a Gardevoir in a lot of my teams. I like them in that regard, but I don't think I like Gardevoir enough to get the life-size plushie. You think they're ever going to make a life-size Skitty plush? I feel like Pokemon Company doesn't acknowledge Skitty's existence. Will I ever get Skitty? Probably not. I was confused. I thought y'all were talking about God of War plushies. No, sorry, it's Pokemon. No, sorry, it's Pokemon. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Limbo Bear and the art book whenever they eventually show up. I will say too, I told Hitomi about the fact that I was able to get the Limbo Bear, and she asked to see all of them, and she decided to, well, she hasn't fully bought them yet, but she's going to be getting, Shu and Helvetica. She's getting both of them. And I was just like, that's fair. Technically speaking, we probably could have done like a split where she gets 3 of them and I get 3 of them, but I just really want Limbo. And ordinarily, with how we tend to split the characters up, she would have been the one to get Limbo, and I would have been like, no, Limbo, I need him. The woe that Ho-Oh is my favorite, but in what universe do they make a 12-foot tall bird? Well, they probably wouldn't make it 12-foot, but I can see them making a really big Ho-Oh thing someday. They're going to give Johto its proper flowers again sooner or later, right? And I do know that I've seen a Ho-Oh plush before, like a smaller one. I don't think they would make a life-size one, though. You are correct about this. Hey, why are you smiling like that? What have I said about you using emotes? What's so interesting about Pokemon? Who's gonna tell him? I don't know if I really have an answer. At least, like, I don't know if I could fully articulate an answer. Cute little guy is true. Plushy custody. Listen, we've done things like this before. With some of our fandoms, we choose to split up, like, characters between us as evenly as we can, so that way we can have an entire set of something. What's the spell keeping everyone hooked? It's like asking what's so cool about dogs. True. It's so hard to explain. I think it's fun. It's simple. It's... There's a lot of Pokemon, which means that there's always going to be at least one Pokemon that you like. And every Pokemon is somebody's favorite. Even the most obscure Pokemon, there could be one person out there who's like a diehard fan of that Pokemon. They really encourage you to be, like, engaged with the world. It feels pretty immersive because you always, like, make the character, and they, especially once they started adding character customization, you could put yourself into the world and, like, play with cute little Pokemon creatures. I find the gameplay loop to be pretty simple. And in some ways kind of addicting. They've made it even more simple in later games, but I still find it to be pretty addicting to play through. I'm not sure how else to articulate it. There's just a lot of things about it, and I feel like people are drawn to different aspects. Like, some people really like the competitive scene, like, they like how difficult the competitive scene is for battling, or, like, using the trading cards for, battling. Some people just really like collecting. Some people really like hunting for the rare Pokemon, which are, or like shinies, which are like rarer than rare. There's just like a bunch of different things about it that appeal to like every kind of person, I think. They've just done a really good job of like globalizing the brand to where it appeals to a bunch of different kinds of people. Like, I don't feel like you could solely say it's for kids. I think it's at a point where there's aspects of it that appeal to everybody. PCG Pocket actually got people to play the PCG. Yeah! And you know, Pokemon Go introduced a whole new group of people into Pokemon, which is why they had a game that was themed around the Go playstyle. TBH, for me, it's the large array of designs, along with the fact that multiple playthroughs of the same game can be entirely different depending on the team you build, and the extended media universe is very nostalgic. Yeah, they have, like, the really long-running anime. They refreshed it with a new main character recently. There's, like, a ton of movies that people find very nostalgic. There's, like... They released a lot of music. Like, the Pokemon theme song is very iconic in and of itself, both in JP and in English. I don't know, there's just a lot about it that's, like, just really good. For me, anyway. I'm the lone Damadachi here. I grew up with Digimon instead. I feel like a weirdo now. No, there are a few other people that don't know anything about Pokemon. Either because they were too old for it when it came out, or they just didn't pick up the interest. You do not have to feel like a weirdo. All the kids who got into it are now adults, and unlike other franchises, they still like it just as much, if not more, thanks to continuing relevant content into their adulthood. I mean, I agree with that. Like I said, I think they did a good job of branching out their IP into a lot of different avenues that appeal to different kinds of people. Which is why I don't think it's just for kids. I do think their primary audience is still children, which is why I always roll my eyes when people complain about how easy the games are now. I'm just like, they're literally made for kids on the like game system that is for kids. The game system that prided itself on making its buttons small and tight and like close together so that kids can move their thumbs. Like, of course it's gonna be easy. Of course it's gonna be a little easy. So that part of it I never really minded, and I always kind of rolled my eyes when people complained about it becoming more easy. But I think there's ways to make it challenging if you want to add the extra challenge. I don't think it's for kids, I just don't know what's interesting about it, even though I grew up around people who like it, but I didn't know it's this deep. It's hard to explain. I happen to be in part of, like, a golden age for it. Like, I'm kind of part of the prime demographic, unfortunately. And so I'm one of those people where even though I am an adult now, I still really love Pokemon. It was very formative to me, and so I still really like it, and I appreciate it, and I engage with it still pretty actively. It's probably, like, one of the only things from my childhood I still actively engage with. I really like it. It's good. Nintendo's greed did play a part to why I liked Digimon more. As a kid, did you even pay attention to company greed even back then? You were a pretty woke child. Child who is aware of capitalism.
No, Mother. I do not wish to partake in the poke of Mons. I think Digimon is cooler because Nintendo is exhibiting greedy practices.
I'm just like, okay, kid, chill out. It's one smart kid, I'm saying. That kid's got potential. I think that kid's going places. I think that kid might actually solve capitalism. I sound like a hater, but I'm actually kind of impressed. But yeah, I don't know. I'm also aware of the things of, like, Nintendo's greed. The thing is, though, Nintendo versus like the Pokemon Company's greed is important to consider. There's like 3 different companies involved when it comes to the production of Pokemon, and I feel like 2 of the 3 are very greedy, and that's Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. I think Game Freak, the people that make the games, usually, I don't think that they necessarily are as greedy as the other 2. But I just don't really... Like, I acknowledge that there's bad things about it, but I still like Thing, unfortunately. It's also possible to play like 7 different ways. Want cool looking game, forget the stats, min-max, all EVs, monotype teams, 6 Snorlax because mood. Yeah. That's what I mean. Even if you want to complain about how easy the games are now, there's ways to make it hard. By like choosing the way that you play or like making it more challenging with the Nuzlocke playstyle and all of that stuff. Six Smurgles? Oh, so you hate yourself. Oh, so you hate yourself is what you're saying. I'd rather perish. Anyways. Unfortunately, I find it hard to articulate, what I like about Pokemon. Just because it's just such a formative part of me that I can't really explain it to other people. I wish that I could. It'd probably make me sound so much smarter, but I don't know. I just like it. I just like it. I am the Pokemon head app. The devs should spend time making the better game all the time. Well, I don't want to argue about this because a lot of the time Game Freak does not have control over the expectations of time. Again, that's why I say that the people that are primarily at fault are Nintendo and the Pokemon Company. The Pokemon Company is why the games end up getting crunched so much, because they technically have the most control over the IP now, separate from what Game Freak is doing. And it's their desire to keep churning out, like, new sets and, like, new things for the rest of Pokemon as a wider IP that forces the games to be under a tight schedule crunch. Especially when the anime was still airing with, Satoshi/Ash as the main character. Like, they really had to, like, push for new games to be done within a certain cycle so that way they could have Ash showcase the new region by going there into anime. But again, I really don't want to argue about this necessarily because I feel like people just have opinions on it that are going to be hard to convince, and I hate having to argue my opinion on that too extensively. I just feel like it's deeper than just like the devs should do it. It's more like the Pokemon Company should give them more time. Which they're trying to do now, because instead of having the new Pokemon game come out this year, it's not coming out until next year. They're giving them a whole additional year to, make the new game. So I think they're learning a little bit. Think they should give them more, but they're doing something. They finished Ash's arc, new pro tag leads. I forget who they are though. Liko and Roy. Liko is a girl, Roy is a boy. I think Liko is technically supposed to be like the main, although people who talk about the Pokemon anime have said that it kind of seems like they changed their minds on that and went back to making it more boy focused, but I actually don't know. I haven't watched the new anime. Ash finally became like 14 and they were like ill old. No, they didn't age him. He never aged. He never ever aged. He's been 10 ever since the anime has been going. But yeah, he's technically out of the picture now. Hopefully the next game has voice acting. I think that would be cool, but I don't think that they're going to do it. I think that they've kind of developed a style. The art style would trick you into thinking Ash aged. In the older shows too, I think they kind of realized that, which is why they went more cartoon blobby for Sun and Moon, and then they kind of kept the like more cartoony even after Sun and Moon. Which I know the art style for Sun and Moon caused a lot of contention from people because they really liked the art style that had developed through the X and Y anime. But I don't know, I thought Sun and Moon is cute. Sun and Moon is actually the first Pokemon anime that I watched all the way through in a long time. I think the last time I had watched a Pokemon anime was Diamond and Pearl, which I don't even think I finished. I'd like it if they at least made hums and ahs whenever they speak at the very least. I wouldn't like that. I think you should either go full, like, speaking lines or, like, short little lines, like half partial voicing. And then, like, fully voiced cutscenes. I'd rather have that than just the little, like, effort noises and the, like, barks. I don't really like those. I feel like there's no point to them, especially because you can't really tell much about a character's voice from them. Dragon Quest eventually accepted that voice acting wasn't a bad thing. I really think Pokemon should too. We'll see. I do think it might help this epidemic of Pokemon players not liking reading. The amount of people who just mash A through all of the story in a new Pokemon game because they don't care. I feel like they'd be more compelled to go through with it if it was voice acted. And admittedly, since they've been putting in more and more cinematic cutscenes ever since the move to, like, proper console instead of handheld consoles, I do think that that would lend itself well to, at least having those be fully voiced. Pokemon fans can't read. Yeah, it's like a running joke in the community because nobody wants to read the text in the game. Not me. I love reading the text in Pokemon games, but there are a lot of people who are like, I don't care. It's too much reading, and so they just mash the A button. That's also why the stories are less complicated now. They tried to go more complicated because they thought that as their audience was getting older that the audiences wanted more complex storytelling. But when the game that had the most innovative story didn't do super well, they were like, well, I guess people don't like this. Time to make our stories super lame and vanilla now. Which makes me so sad. Maybe it's because they can't read. Well, now there's also, like, notes on Pokemon game, like, boxes that say you need at least elementary reading level in order to enjoy Pokemon. They're starting to be a little bit stricter about, like, please know how to read. Which is funny to me. It's literally the meme of them mashing through cutscenes, clicking close combat 4 times, then taking one hit and exploding. True. Can Yuno fans read? Yuno fans can't read. I think they can read. It's just that a lot of Damadachi choose not to. Pokemon? Yeah. I have a feeling Game Freak is afraid of them hiring bad voice actors and such. This new game will be infamous for a different reason. Well, would Game Freak have that much control over the hiring of the voice actors? I guess they could. I'm too old for that game. I just said that Pokemon's for all ages. You don't have to be a child to like it. But it's okay. It's not everyone's cup of tea. Reading the box to tell you need to be able to read. That sign can't stop me because I can't read. Chris Pratt to voice everyone? Ugh. Barf. I predate dinosaurs. I love that for you. Here's the question though, are Legos for all ages and is there a Lego Pokemon set out there? I think that they make Lego sets for different age demographics and some of them are for older audiences, yes. And also yes, there are several Lego Pokemon sets. They sold out very quickly because Pokemon is a very popular IP, but there are plenty. Game Freak could hire voice actors, but that's a lot for them when you multiply it out for the languages the game has to be released in when launch time comes. Yeah, that's also true. They have a lot of languages available, for Pokemon games. They, like, really go out of their way to localize it in a bunch of different languages. So if they do pivot to voice acting, it'll be hard to make it be fully voiced. And expensive. Inexpensive. Unless Pokemon Company is willing to foot the bill, I should say, for that expense. I don't really see it happening. I love my Lego Enterprise. They absolutely make sets for old people. They're absolutely adult Lego sets. Timmy def ain't building the Parthenon without some help. Your kid's like, Dad, I want to build a Lego. And you're like, oh yeah, Timmy, what set are you thinking of building? Let's see if we can get it. And then he holds up the Parthenon and you're just like, oh my god. Well, we've got an after dinner activity for the next 4 months. Ironically, Pokemon is probably one of the few franchises that can afford to hire that many voice actors. I guess so. The only other, like, big company that I can see getting a bunch of multilingual voice actors for their projects is, like, Disney, right? Because eventually a lot of Disney movies end up dubbed in different languages.
It seems fate led you here. What a meaningful connection.
I'm not reading your username out loud, but thank you for the follow. Your icon also was definitely terrifying to see in my Stream Elements activity feed. Welcome in. Don't touch my freaking 20k Lego piece Pokemon set. Grown man shouting at his 4-year-old kid. Now that would be kind of crazy. I do think you should let the kid help. As long as it's, like, appropriate for the kid to help. You know? Like a tire or like the economy, please. I don't own any Lego. That's okay, neither do I. I used to have some Lego stuff when I was, a wee kiddo, but not anymore. Rome wasn't built in a day. Dad, the Parthenon is Greek. I'm so proud. I was a Brio kid? What is a Brio? I went on a couple-year binge buying a ton of Lego sets. I mean, they seem relaxing to build. Hitomi also had a Lego phase. I think mostly during Panini time, but I think that she still has, like, a pretty big interest in Lego. She just has been choosing to indulge in her other favorite hobby more than Lego right now, which is nail polish. She really loves to treat herself to new nail polishes. She has a lot of nail polish now. Would never be me, but she really likes nail polish. I used to play Pokemon cards, but I stopped after a single joke that got me thinking about it. That's interesting. Do we have to bring up lawsuits with everything that we discuss in a day? Please. I'm not educated enough on all of these court proceedings. I can't discuss this properly. Can we please leave me alone? Moyer Dachi. She's Oni. I'm Oni, little guy. Please forgive. Ask your husband Limbo to explain. I don't know if he's paying attention to that stuff. You don't know Ben? No, I'm vaguely aware of the stuff that's going on, but I haven't been paying attention to the court proceedings to know what's actually happening there. I am vaguely aware of the situation, but I really don't know much else. How is my favorite cute Oni doing? I'm good. I'm trying to be chill. I've got a lot of stuff happening tomorrow and I'm nervous. So I'm trying to chill out a little, but I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking. Slightly off topic, but I really love your eyes. They're super pretty. Thank you. Yeah, I agree. They're very pretty. Here. Bonus look at them. One of the main reasons I picked my new mama is because I've always loved how she draws eyes. And I think that that was a very good choice for me in particular, because I think that eyes are a very important part of a VTuber model. So one of the main reasons I picked her was because I liked her eye art style. I'm glad you like them. But don't look at me too much, okay? I'm shy. Fix my size again. Here we go. Window of the soul and all that? True. True. Thank goodness you got them switched from green. That just doesn't work in my mind. The green eyes, I honestly did think were very pretty. I was kind of sad that I needed to change them, but because of how the face looked in 1.0, it just wasn't going to last. Something had to be a different color, and the eyes was the easiest thing to fix because at the time, management told me I could only change something as small as the eyes. I couldn't change anything else. Initially, I had been like, can I get a different hair color? And they were like, no. And I was like, can I get a different eye color? And they were like, okay, what do you want to change it to? And I was like, purple. And they were like, okay, we'll see if the artist can do it. But no, I agree. I think that changing them was ultimately the right decision. I think that even the purple eyes on 1.0 are very, very nice. I like them too. Pink-haired Yuno? I don't know if I would have done pink. I do remember I was trying to ask if I could just change my whole color palette to be a warm color, because the other two in HMZ were warm colors. I don't think they would have let me be pink because Ranchan was already pink. I probably would have had to have been something else, like, I don't know, yellow. Yellow? Maybe a more, like, bold red to counter Kaya's, like, orangey red. I don't know, but the point is they didn't let me. They didn't let me. They said no fun allowed, you know, Hanaki. Which is fair. The purple adds to the mysterious magical aesthetic. Yeah, and I also really like that my new mama added, like, the blue and yellow kind of, like, sparkles in the eyes, too. I think that that makes them, like, extra magical looking and pretty. And then, of course, you know, I also asked for these, so I have that going for me as well. I've got spinning bellflowers in my eyes, too. So that works out as well. My image color, please. Got it. Double green. No, triple green. Sigh. reminds me when Kaya was telling all of us that she's pink, not red. What? When did she say this? Wait, I feel like I remember this happening, and I was like, why is she crazy? If anything, she's more of like an orange. Like an orangey red. I don't think she's pink. I have never once thought that she was pink. What the hell? Was it Kaya? I know Tomo said something along those lines. Well, I mean... in Tomoe's case, I could definitely agree with being more pink than red. Lime green. Ugh. I think if I was actually lime green, I might have just asked to have a different model if it was possible. I was willing to go with whatever because I really wanted to join Kawaii, but I think if it was lime green, I might have actually been like, I think I need a different one. I'm glad that ultimately the shades of green that Yuno 1.0 was, I am glad that she was those shades of green. Like the emerald green and then the like pale kind of minty green. I liked those shades very much. So I was kind of okay with the amount of green just because they were shades of green that I tolerated. A lot of other shades of green I don't like. So I was willing to take it. It's fine. And then like I said, changing it to purple, the eye color to purple really like solidified her look to me. I think that worked really well. Personally, in my humble onion. Army green, you know, I wouldn't have liked that either. Although I think lime green would have been worse. Which is funny, because like my favorite Idolmaster idol, her image color is like a really electric, limey green. It's more like a yellow green, I guess. Highlighter yellow green. It's a hard color to articulate, but it is green. Even though she's supposed to be the yellow representative. Her color's funny. Anyway, ugly color. But I love her so much, and it looks good on her. Because she has blonde hair and green eyes, so there's like enough complementary like coloring going on that image color makes sense for her. The problem with Yuno is that she was green all the way down, and so it blurs way too much. It was just so bad. Imagine if 1.0 had green, blue, and magenta for your color palette. I would have just been like, why would you do this to a VTuber? Like... At that point, I would have just been like, management, surely you've heard the girls complain enough about how colors like blue and magenta get fucked over when green screening, right? Like, surely you would know that. Why did you make me all green all the way down? The living printer test, yes. Also, the character I'm talking about is Miki Hoshi from OG Idolmaster. You stream on a black square in the corner color palette. Though you have to have a different background as your background because otherwise you're not going to be visible. Ass VTuber. Well, luckily VTube Studio did change within the time that I've been streaming to where you don't have to do the, like, secondary green screen in OBS anymore. Like, you can literally set it up to be transparent and capture via VTube Studio now, so I don't have to worry about green screening. The only time I have to really green screen is when I'm recording videos for other people to edit together. And now I don't even have to worry about it being a green background, because the green doesn't hurt me. Whoopee! Forgive us for Yuno, we color paletted her wrong as a joke. Me fucking sobbing. Ever thought of getting Yuno an Oni club? No. Not really. Giving Yuno a battle fan is kind of the most I've ever done in terms of making her combat ready. I don't really think about clubs. Miki Hoshi, oh she looks so pretty. Yeah, she's my favorite. And her voice is really good. Her and Hibiki Ganaha are my two favorites in the OG Idolmaster, and I really like them because they're so vocally flexible. They sound like high-pitched and cute in the Genki songs, and then they're able to sing a bit lower and more powerfully for the more like cool and intense songs, and I just really like that about their voices. They're really cool. I like them. I love Idolmaster. It's a cruel irony that Ron didn't like purple and was associated with purple while Yuno wanted purple and got green. Ron-chan, was associated with pink, which she didn't really hate. I do think whenever she would get, like, randomly assigned a color, like, if she couldn't have her... If someone didn't know her image color, or just wanted to assign her a random one, I do think she got assigned purple a lot. I got assigned green on a script a little while back, and I was like, I thought I escaped you. I thought I was done with you. How dare you return? Which was pretty funny, but, I don't really give a shit, to be honest. Like, if it's a random script color, I just presume it's because somebody else in the group had purple, or, like, somebody else in the group was like,
I have to be purple. I can't be anything else. If you make me green, I'll die.
But I don't care if it's just a random script assignment, because then I can just be like, whatever, this is just so I know which part is mine. Reminds me of a YouTuber who was advertising a shampoo that had a green bottle, and the product kept disappearing on him, and the company thought it was funny enough to leave it like that. Yes, I remember this too. It was so funny. Green is your destiny. I mean... to let it circle back to Pokemon a little bit, whenever I took the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon quiz, it said that my aura was gentle mint green. So I'm apparently gentle nature. And also mint green color. I very consistently, would get that answer whenever I took the quiz. Oh no, you're a Chikorita? Yeah, why do you think Chikorita is my favorite starter, bro? Gentle until she goes full Sukomi. Well, you just have to make sure I don't have to Sukomi. Maybe just use your brain. And we'll be fine. Have you thought about this? Chikorita is cute. Finally, somebody who gets it. I love Chikorita. I love the whole Chikorita line, to be honest with you. That's my baby. That's literally my baby. But yeah, I do always get a little bit sad when, Lynn says that she doesn't really like purple. I'm just like, I'll take all the purple for you, queen. And it's funny because purple isn't even my #1 favorite. We brought this up before. It's actually pink. But I just think, when I think of Yuno Hanaki, I just see purple. So I didn't really think to, like, change my base color palette to pink. Any specific kind of pink? Pastel pink. I like it really, really pale, like powdery pink. The paler, the better. I have a lot of pastel pink stuff in, like, my setup. A lot of, dishware and stuff that I pick out is pink. My Stanley cup is Sakura pink. Sakura pink is another good shade of pink, as long as it's, like, more pale. I don't like pinks that are more red. Like, pinks that have red tones to them are not really my favorite. I like them really, really pale. Green tea in the kitchen, the scent of mint through the screen door from the flower garden out back. You know, reading the morning paper. I see it. Hot pink is bad. Hot pink is probably one of my least favorite pinks, yes. It's too, like, loud. I tend to really prefer pastels and, like, more, like, natural or neutral colors because they're easier on the eyes for me. I don't really like it when a color is, like, really bright and really loud. Hot pink, to me, is really loud. Lime green, really loud. I like a bright but cooler pink. I think I agree with that. I kind of like blue tones being in my pinks. Purplish pinks are also okay. Pinkish purples, really nice. Theoretically, what if the Dominachi didn't talk to you? I would keep talking to myself for about an hour, with nobody talking to me, and then when I realized that nobody was speaking to me, I would end stream. Simple. Probably because you want to be royalty, but I don't, though, is the thing. I've just always thought that purple was, like, a good color. And I'll say this, too. When we were asked to pick our idol colors for, kawaii, we were asked to pick colors that were more, oh, emote only chat. Okay, enjoy jail, Twitch. But no, when I had to choose a color that was more like opposite to the greens in my model, I chose purple. And I chose pale purple because I liked it better, and it was also because Shiicho was dark purple. So I went for light purple in hopes of being different. And then we had Ephemera, who then gave us like 2 more purples. So we were like 4 purple girls in, and I was just like, man, everybody in this house purple. Is Easter your favorite holiday? That holiday is known for pastel colors. It is not my favorite holiday, besides for the fact that aesthetically I like all the pastels being everywhere. I think I would more so say... I don't really have a favorite holiday. I'm not really like that. I'm not a big holiday girly. Maid took royal purple, so the Oni gets flower purple. Yeah, and then like I said, Ephemera came and we got 2 more purple girls, so I was like, damn.
I'm not unique anymore.
Can live with light blues and purples, and that's it. Give me dark reds and oranges, emerald greens. I love emerald green. Such an underrated color. But no, one of the main reasons you don't see a lot of green VTubers is because it's hell on green screening. And hell on a lot of things. So that's also probably why a lot of people don't want to have green be their image color either. It's really hard to work with. So, you know, being a very green girl was a little bit difficult. I was willing to do it, because the shades of green that I had in my model were ones I could tolerate, but the green screening issue and everything else. All the other girls technically picked colors that were, like, complementary or, like, opposite from, like, their base model color. So that was kind of my thinking when I chose purple. And then I got really sick of people assuming that because my entire model was green, that means that my color was green. Because it wasn't. So now I'm just purple. I am counterbalancing the thing I was always fighting against, but I was tired of people saying that I was green, because I'm not. Yeah, I had to just fully be purple woman all the way down. So, here we are. Here it is. Also, yes, the last text message that appeared in the Twitch chat before they were silenced to emote only is, so when we're done with different colored models, we'll get into a different shades meta. We could. Once we get all of the base colors of the Rainbow, then we could probably start getting more into, like, shades and, like, blended colors and such. I think with the way things are going, though, there will probably always be a little bit of purple. Because, like, even if I have outfits and vibes that are, like, entire color shifts to, like, other things, I think there will still probably be hints of Orpal, so that people don't forget that I'm Orpal woman. Can't wait for cornflower blue or baby pink, you know. You're cooking! Cornflower blue sundress gingham, please give me. Give it to me now. Sundress with cute sun hat. Such powerful imagery. Best I can do is Yuno in a corn mascot outfit. No thank you. Thanks, but no thanks. It's not easy being green. Permit me, Oni here. I love cornflower blue. Ugh, that'd be so cute. Ugh. I don't have ideas for baby pink yet. But I do really want, like, baby pink aesthetic. When I go pink, it's truly gonna be crazy. I hope you understand. But I think it also depends, because I want to ask for Sumeragi-san's opinion on what the other colors would look like what kind of vibe they would have, because, I mean, you guys know this already. Sumeragi Kohaku did not design yellow. She did design the second hairstyle for yellow, but yellow herself was designed by Kaya entirely. There were only a couple things that Sumeragi tweaked. So my hope with future colors is I want to get Sumeragi Kohaku's opinion on how they should look. And, like, what kind of vibe they should have. I've been trying to think of other ideas that I could, like, present, because I'm sure they would just be like, oh, what ideas do you have? But I want, like, I want them to have a lot of input in it, too, in terms of, like, changing up the Yuno Hanaki vibe with the new color. Because she did have a lot of fun with the fact that, yellow feels so different from purple. She really likes that they felt like two different characters almost, but we're still, like, cohesive in terms of being the same girl. Big vibe shift is always fun, right? I love it. Baby pink could be your princess form. That could be kind of cute. Pink cocktail dress, maybe off-shoulder, sleek, that kind of jazz, not Japanese aesthetic, but hey, I mean, I don't have to stick to Japanese aesthetic anymore. Now that I'm not corpo-bound. I'm not bound in a corporation that's like, we need the Japanese unit to stay Japanese. We don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't know what color I want to use this for, and maybe you guys can pitch some ideas to me. But I think I've mentioned this before, when it came to the kawaii points system, and, like, points versus, like, milestone outfits. Ignoring points for a second. An outfit I wanted to get for, like, a milestone is I really want to go, like, full Regency era, like, ballroom gown aesthetic, and, like, masquerade ball specifically. I want an aesthetic where I'm wearing a masquerade mask, and I have, like, a big fucking frilly ballroom dress, but I don't know what color that should be. And also it would probably be hell, and I'd probably make my mama hate me, but it's something that I've always wanted. I really have always wanted that. That was something I had in mind for my, like, milestone outfit, which I think would have been 50k subscribers in kawaii. I like, literally was telling Sora about that so often. I was like, please. Please, you don't understand? I need this. But you know that doesn't fit your Japanese aesthetic? I'm pretty sure that convo was what led to the, well, you're probably gonna have to stick to something more Japanese. And I was like, no! That'd be so pretty, Regency and not Victorian. I mean, I'm okay with it having some Victorian influence as well, but I really like Regency era stuff. I've been watching a lot of Regency era anime too, so I'm on a bit of a Regency kick. I love Cinderella, so something that's kind of like Cinderella style dress too would be nice. Kind of like the dress that Kome-san designed for Bibidiba. But like more frilly, more poofy. And I need the masquerade mask. The masquerade mask I think is really gonna sell it. I don't know. I just don't know what color to do. There's so many options, and they could all be so pretty. So I'm insane, and I really want this. You know, hides wife. Yeah, unfortunately, the thing about the dress is it would hide wife. I'm sorry, but there are some sacrifices that have to be made. I want this for me. I tried really hard to make sure that Orpal would appeal to you guys and your tastes. And also to my tastes. So we kind of had a balance here. Some of these outfits will be for me. Some of them will be for you. This masquerade one is an idea that I've had since I became Yuno Hanagi, basically, so this one's for me. I'm sorry, I have to keep this one. But for the record, Ice Woman, who will be next after Yellow, is probably going to be more to your taste than to mine. Smile. That's all I'll say on that. Dark blue and silver. Oh, that could be so pretty. I was thinking like black and gold. Initially, like when I first had the idea, I was like black and gold would be kind of sick. Dark blue and silver would also be pretty. I also like the black and red suggestion. Red dress, black mask, black accents, reverse for black. That would look really pretty. I love that stuff. God, it'd be so good. The people don't understand how much I've been yearning for this. The dress is white and gold. The hashtag for the new outfit is do you know the color of the dress? But instead of do you know, it's do you know, like Yuno Hanaki. We've got the marketing on lock already. Hilarious. I'm so funny. That's why I'm a VTuber. Just because I'm a funny guy. What about chocolate brown and silver? Ugh, brown and silver is very nice. But chocolate brown, we've already planned to be like a chocolate, like, candy made sort of thing. We already have plans for brown. Chocolate candy made aesthetic sort of deal. Opalescent dress? Oh my god. That would be such a pain in the ass to draw and also probably to rig. But that would be so cool. Imagine the sparkles, the faint sheen. I'd go crazy, dude. I will go feral. I will lose my mind. I would go insane, I fear. Iridescent dress equals everyone but the artist is happy. Yeah, and also the rigger, because the rigger would probably have to do something to, like, articulate the shine, the different ways it moves when I turn my body. That would probably be Owaru. Possible, but Owaru. Yuki Onna, you mean from, like, Inuyasha? I'd throw up. I'd throw up, but I wouldn't be surprised. Water FX or something? Maybe not water FX, but... there'd be ways. It would just be complicated, and I'd probably have to shell out extra money for it. Yuki Onna like the yokai? Yes! So, what everyone's referencing is way back in the beginning of my channel. When I first had a membership opening, because I did used to have my channel monetized, when I switched over to indie, YouTube never approved my AdSense account for monetization, which is why I'm not monetized. They just kept taking membership money from me and didn't let me access it because they never approved my AdSense account. So they stole like thousands. I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, thanks, Neil. So anyway, I was asked to do a bigger, like, celebratory event to celebrate the monetization and opening of my memberships. So I made a sort of escape room experience where Yuno invites Damadachi to sleep over in Onigashima, but then, like, goes a little crazy and is basically going to try to eat them and absorb their souls and, you know, turn them into Damadachi, basically. And one of the final challenges was a Yuki Onna trapped in ice. Your goal is to try and tap the ice block a certain number of times. It was kind of like a Don't Wake Daddy sort of game in the sense that you were supposed to only tap it a certain number of times in the hopes of not waking her up and, like, not breaking the ice and letting her out. And because everybody is masochistic, they kept choosing the maximum number of hits to break the ice and let her out. And, you know, because I am a one-woman show, I played the Yuki Onna as well, so when they let her out, I had a voice that I used for her. And it was, like, essentially going to be a bad end. The rest of the narrative, I basically forced it into getting you out of there because I didn't think you were going to purposefully lose. Guys, walk in. So I changed the narrative so that they could still escape in the end. But ever since then, everybody has been talking about how much they miss Ice Waifu. So, I have promised that I would eventually do a Yuki Onna themed outfit. Yuki Oni. Just another form of yokai, you know? So, I've promised I would do it. But yellow ended up being the first outfit that got finished, because I got both my models finished at the same time by my mama. This one, and then the yellow outfit I keep talking about. Yellow just needs to be rigged, and then I would be able to debut it. But Yuki Onna would need to be designed. So, I've always said, though, that after Yellow finally debuts and has her time, the next project will be White. And that's going to be Yuki Onna focused. So, I already have the vision for that. So that's like White, Silver. Yeah. Yellow, I'm curious. Would you like to see the silhouette? I still have it. I still have it as an asset here somewhere. It's a silhouette of the key visual, not of the actual model. But I used this for promotion when I was doing the initial crowdfunding for her. I'll make her a little bigger so you can actually see her. This creature. Is it really losing when we get to see Yuno Onna? I mean, true. True. Poofball. That's just a circle. How could you say that's a girl when there's circle? Looks so cute. Thank you. This was designed by my genmate. My genmate Kaya. Genmate turned unit mate. / always bestie. She designed the outfit, but then it was just drawn and reimagined by my mama. I'm really excited for you to see her. I really am excited for you guys to see this. If things work out with this job, I might be able to make the debut happen when I want it to, which would be real sick. We'll see how it goes. Voltorb from above, true. Banana muffin looking lady, wait, cute. Banana muffin core. Sunshine detected firing lollipops, true. I'm glad that just because of the nature of her being the yellow color, everyone just thinks she's going to be like sunshine happy rainbow girl. I like that. I think that's fun. Lemon cream puff? Maybe not that one. I like banana muffin more. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All our guesses just realized it's a 1950s waitress at a drive-in, roller skates, Yuno. I do kind of love 50s diner. I like poodle skirt aesthetic too. Love a poodle skirt. Love me an old school diner. True, 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 true. Banana muffin reminds me that I once wanted to dress my cat as a cupcake. Cute! I love that. You should do it sometime. Looks like a Disney princess. Who? This creature? I don't think she's Disney princess. I suppose the skirt would give that idea, though. Because this is the key visual, there's a lot of details that are kind of omitted because she's posing. You can't really tell because she's posing. If I was showing you the proper just like standing image, like the Tachie, I think you might be able to tell a little bit more information. But there's a reason I've chosen to use the key visual. It obscures more. You have the best taste in outfits? Stop. Stop. Thank you. Surprisingly, for someone who is as much of a tomboy as I am in real life, and also in general, I do really love girly outfits. I like dressing up Yuno Hanaki as if she is a dress-up doll, and making her wear all of the, like, high femme stuff that I am not comfortable wearing in real life. I could never wear most, if not all, of the things I have made Yuno wear. Me, personally, I could never do it, but having Yuno do it is fun, and I get to be girly that way. A tomboy in a girly outfit is peak? No, you're right. I agree with this. It's just that I really don't like it. And I have been pretty consistently, like, affirmed of why I don't like it every time I try in the real world, so instead I just make my VTuber wear all the girly stuff I like. Which is fine, honestly. I don't mind it. Thank you, Yuno. Anything for you guys. But yeah, when the time comes for me to start talking to Sumeragi-sama about the Yuki Onan design, I will probably ask you guys for what you would like to see in her, because we're basically going to be designing Ice Waifu to your specifications. We might do a whole stream dedicated to it, where I take all the notes, so that way I can then go to Mama. Reading stream in Baroque, Gothic, Victorian, where you read classic books that are out of the copyright thing. Oh, they're in public domain? Maybe. I don't know if people would be super interested in me reading in that style, because it's pretty complicated English. I'd say the overall shorts you like so much are both tomboy and girly. That's true. They are a happy medium, and that's probably why I like wearing them so much. It lets me feel a little bit girly, while still being tomboy enough that I'm not uncomfortable. Although I do like suspender skirts as well. Love those. I love designing and drawing dresses and such, but I'm definitely not comfortable wearing them. They're just so pretty. Agree. Agree, agree. A reading of the original Hamlet would be funny. Not Hamlet. Wide array of bits you could do with the outfit idea. Yeah, I agree. But that's gonna be a little bit of a ways down. I haven't really fully decided what color is going to come after Yuki Onna. We can't think too far ahead. We cannot get too carried away, gamers. As much as I would like to. We cannot. One thing at a time. Vanta Black. New problem. Model aesthetic is so dark it's still hard to see her. Where did she go? But it's okay, because any part of me that isn't covered by the Vanta Black clothing you're going to see, because it's gonna glow like neon white in comparison because my skin is so pale. We can't think, you can just stop there. No, you're capable of thinking. You just choose to act like you're not. Gotta paint over those two. Maybe we don't. Maybe we don't do that. It kind of sounds like a bad idea. The idea of being just a floating head model is pretty funny, though. That can already exist. I just have to hide all of the other layers. We could already make that happen. Yuno be like, here comes a new challenger. Yuno be like, here comes an inevitable cancellation. No thank you. Reversed Alahan, true. Only head. Instead of so no head, it's so only head. She's just a head.
Cute. Do better.
Conrad, thank you for the lead tip. You know Hanaki, tomboy in the streets, oiran in the streams. True. You're right. That is indeed correct. So head. So head, and instead of slamming down the phone in frustration and breaking the skateboard, the dude just like does a really dramatic fist pump with the phone like, yes! And then jumps onto the skateboard to skate away. Hell yeah. Accurate, I'd say. True, 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 true. Don't go getting ahead of your shit. Sorry, I mean, that's a nice head you got. I mean... I mean, me when, you and when, and you and the win, and you win. You'll get there eventually, bud. It's alright, you got it. You got it. Guys, I'm so nervous. I was distracted for a little bit, but then my brain started thinking about it again. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I want to be out of this jail of my own making. I'm scared. Have you ever had a dream, that you had, and you, when you do so much you can do anything? Me too, kid. That's gonna be what I sound like during this fucking interview, I swear to God. I'm so scared. Think about PP and Wee Wee instead. You're so right. I'll think about them. I'll think about them. I'll think about them. My kids. Just imagine, I get job, I start making money, I can actually get PP. I'll trade you. I'll sleep 2 hours tonight from anxiety. You can have poison ivy blisters on all 4 limbs. You know what? I think I'd rather take the sleep. I think I'd rather take the 2 hours of sleep, maybe, perhaps. Maybe Stray from Blue for Ice Oni. It's kind of been done to death. Well, the primary color is going to be white, so we don't have to worry about that. But I also haven't really thought about what the secondary color is going to be. But honestly, I do think that my pale purple image color could still work as a secondary color even for the white design. I think it could still work. White and purple. I see you hate me, want me to cheat. Just put lotion on it, you're fine. Put the friggin' not Neospore in the other thing. Put this stuff on it. It'll stop itching. Chill. Be fine. Purple snow. True. I think that could look really pretty. There's a dress that I'm thinking of from Idolmaster that could actually serve as decent inspo that's like white and silver, and then it has elements of blue and purple in it. There's actually a couple that I think could work as a little bit of inspo, but I still want her to be like Japanese inspired because Yuki Onna are pretty like Japanese aesthetic looking to begin with. But in terms of like color palette, I'm thinking of a couple different options. Just no yellow snow. Well, that's why yellow's being done first. We're getting all the yellow out of the system. And then Yuki Onna can come and everything will be fine.
Which dress I'm not sharing. That could mean spoilers for Yuki Onna. But I have ideas.
And there's a couple other outfits from other Idolmaster IP that I think would serve as good reference material for Mama as well. Me making my reference folder of what I'm envisioning. But also, like I said, we're probably gonna have a dedicated stream sometime in the future where I ask you guys what kind of stuff you'd like to see on the Ice Waifu model. Like what kind of vibes. So that way I can ensure that she is to your taste. I'll need to make sure I'm there for the debut. It's a long time from now, so don't worry. Tamaraji mood board? Well, it's more like, what would you like to see in Ice Waifu mood board? Because I want to design her to be more specifically to your tastes than to mine, because you guys have always been the ones the most excited about Ice Waifu. Ice Waifu was literally like a PNG that I found on Irastoya that doesn't even have like... like there wasn't really meant to be anything specific to her. So I still don't know to this day why people loved her so much they keep demanding her. But I am a woman of the people, so I will give you what you want. I got my revenge today, cut off like 7 vines as big around as a dang thumb. I'll know if I did it right by tomorrow. If not, I can't blister much worse. Well, good luck with the blisters, but I do hope that you were able to tackle the issue. 7 vines is crazy. Yuno plus Yuki Onna plus a healthy dose of imagination equals good thing. I'll take it. You've seen how Yuki Onna are always portrayed in anime. No, this is true. The Yuki Onna in Inu X Boku SS. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry. She's so fucking hot. I'm not even ashamed to admit it. She's so hot. We're visual learners. Okay, I'll show you her. Hold on. What was her name again? Nobara! You guys are gonna like her, I think. Hold on, let me get her. God, have you ever seen a woman? Sorry. Have you ever seen a woman though? Holy fuck. This is specifically her yokai form. She's in like a different form for a lot of the series, but this is like specifically her yokai form. Hold on, I'm resizing for your viewing ease of view. Woman. Have you seen her? God. Gentlemen, hold her back. What are you supposed to do other than appreciate? I'm saying! Look at her! Oh my god! She's so pretty! Also, not that this really means that much, but it does. Yoko Hikasa Seiyu, by the way. Yoko Hikasa Seiyu, by the way. I love her. She's got huge boobs. I mean, some serious honkers. A real set of badonkers. Yeah, that's me for real every time I look at her. God. Anyway. Ask what she looks like normally, or... Hold on, I got you. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Here's what she looks like normally. I'm hiding the image so that I can put it in and make sure that it's cropped properly. Oh, it came in so small. Hold on, I'll make it bigger. Woman? Woman? Women? Woman! Woman! God. They knew exactly what they were doing with this character design, I swear to God. Nobara, I love her. She's literally, like, perfect. Like, cool woman with glasses. Hongla hoogs. Heels. Vest. And then you have the different hairstyles and the hair that pinned up. Oh. I love women so fucking much, dude. Is she kudere? No. I wish. She's kind of more like girl boss coded, like badass bitch coded. Little bit tsundere, not really. She's a very focused and like straightforward person, but she's not meant to be like full kudere. Also, she hates men and loves women and particularly really likes cute girls. So anyway, me. So anyway, me. She's so lovely, I love her. Anyway, watch Inu X Boku. It's really good. She's not my favorite character, Miss Nobara, but she is a really good character. I like her a lot. She's gorgeous. She would love you very much. I hope so. No, I love her. She's so good. R.I.P. Koko Fujiwara, don't remind me. She never got to finish Inuboku. And the other series that she made I really liked too. That one didn't get finished either. Sad, 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 sad. Isn't that the point of a Yuki-onna? Aren't they supposed to naturally lure to their cold demise? Well, yes. Well, yes. That's also why I think having a Yuki-onna themed outfit for an Oni Oiran is not entirely off-brand. It's not entirely off-brand, you know? I think it'll work well for me. And it'll be really fun to play around with. A new character to the repertoire, you know? I think it will fit you perfectly. Thank you. But yeah, we're not there yet. I still need to get the money together to get yellow rigged, and then the other assets that I need for yellow. only then can we start thinking about the plans for white. But they will happen. Now that I've remembered that she exists, I do think that Nobara is going to be a pretty good reference point when I'm talking to Zumaragi-sensei about my plans. My evil, evil plans, rubbing my little paws together. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. And then, you know, like I said, I will still try to get your opinions for what you would like to see on the model as well. The elemental Onis? Well, no, they're not all going to be elemental focused. The only other elemental one that I'm planning is, like, something water or a shade of blue. Although I got really excited about the cornflower blue, like, sundress aesthetic, so maybe not necessarily that shade of blue, but maybe like a darker blue would be like water. But I don't really have plans for like fire or like wind or anything. Buno is real, I called it. Well, yes, we're gonna go through all the colors of the Rain Buno eventually. We're just not there yet. You could be the Oni princess. Well, fun fact, initially when I was in the character discussion phase with management prior to my debut in Kawaii, they did say that one of the things I could choose to be for my lore was a princess. Like, princess was brought up to me twice, although they did also mention that they were a bit hesitant because a lot of prior talents had chosen to be princesses or like queens of something. So they were like, you could, and I was like, you kind of sound like you don't want me to. But initially, one of the first things they had said was, like, she kind of looks like she could be a princess. Especially with the headdress. They were like, she kind of looks like she could be a princess if you wanted her to be one. You could be an Oni princess. And I was like, Please, please don't look up Oinon chat. Well, again, there's a reason they told me I couldn't use it. So I had to become performer instead. The siren, the Yukiona of the sea, there are a lot of myths warning men about pretty women. I don't think I could justifiably be a siren, because to be a siren, you'd have to have a really pretty singing voice. And I think my singing voice is okay, but not lure men to sea worthy. I don't think I could pull off the aesthetic of being a siren. Or like anything that's like heavily like singing focused, singing coded. I know I'm like in a V-singer unit, but I just don't know if I have the confidence to do that with how my voice is. What about a sea nymph? Maybe. Mermaids are fun too. I kind of like the thought of more of a mermaid vibe. But like maybe more of a creepy mermaid, like creepy beautiful mermaid. Rather than like full pretty girl. I don't know. There's a lot of things that I could do. The potential is kind of limitless. And I think it would also be fun after dealing with the plans for white, if the next color is something that I get you guys to vote on, and then we kind of come up with like the concept and stuff together. So that it's combination. Mythological mermaid, not the Disney crap. Yeah, mythological mermaid. I think that would be more fun. Model it after a sea dragon or whatever Lugia is. That could be kind of cool. Like a more Harry Potter movie style mermaid? Maybe. I want like kind of a mix between something that's like pretty and like ethereal, but also like a little bit scary. Like still could kind of be perceived as a threat. I don't know. There's a lot of options. And a lot of colors to experiment with. So we could be at this for a very long time, is the thing. And I'm already so indecisive. So, like, the more I think about the possibilities, the more I'm like, oh god. I'm gonna overwhelm myself with all the things that could possibly be. So when I finally go to Sumeragi, I'm just like, here's color, here's 6 different ideas for what the character could be based off this color. Pick something, go crazy. Here's money, go wild. That's my dream, though, to just be able to toss a bunch of money at Sumeragi Kohaku and be like, here you go, go wild. What about an Umibozu? Umibozu. Oh, these are creepy looking. That's our Vanta Black character. Oh my god, Koides. Zashiki Warashi. We have brought this up before, I think. Zashiki Warashi. Yeah! The little doll-like yokai. You could be the one pretty Umibosu. Maybe. I don't know if I want every iteration to be like a species switch up. Maybe. For some of them. I guess it would still be pretty easy to combine Oni with a lot of them, but I don't know. Lots of options, lots to think about. We'll get there. Sooner or later. Yuno might get an idea from La Llorona, better known as the Weeping Woman. I have heard of La Llorona, yes. If you need reference, look at Toho. A lot of different yokai are depicted and have unique design elements connected to them. Maybe. I'll definitely keep it in mind. Thank you for the suggestion, though. I do appreciate you guys' suggestions, even if it sounds like I'm like, I don't know. It's mostly because I really don't know. I don't want to, like, confirm or deny anything, because we're not nearly far enough into the future to where I would be thinking about this stuff yet, so I'm just like, maybe. It's possible. But I can't confirm nothing. We'll have to see. Sorry for suggestion dumping on you, I just love this kind of brainstorming. Oh no, a lot of my streams turn into this. We like talking about this stuff a lot here. You're in good company. I appreciate all the ideas, genuinely. And I keep, like, mental note of them. It's one of the things I love about being a VTuber is that I get to be so creatively inspired with, like, my branding and my characters' like lore and design and stuff. I love thinking about this kind of thing. I'm a very, like, lore-loving VTuber. I feel like a lot of VTubers don't necessarily, like, cling to their lore too heavily. At least not in the Western side of things. You see it more in, like, Japanese VTubing. But in terms of Western VTubers, I love lore. I love lore. I love storytelling. So every time I've been thinking about, like, the different Rain Buno colors to add to the Bunoverse, I just keep thinking about, like, all the different, like, stories I would be able to tell, all of the different, like, iterations, the justification for why they are the way they are. It's really fun. And then I'm working with someone who's, like, a really good character designer as well as a really good artist, so I trust Sumeragi Kohaku to take any of the designs and concepts that we have and make them really cool. So I'm just really excited. I get really inspired too. It's a shame as a writer, lore is my jam. Well, I think you're in very good company hanging out here with me, because I also love lore. Unoverse where each Yuno's lore developed in a different timeline. I mean, very slightly different events, sure. I mean, the whole reason that Yuno Prime, this one, is as purple and, like, bellflower themed as she is because she was given a bellflower tattoo. Like, she was chosen by the bellflowers in Onigashima. One of my thoughts about the connective lore could be, like, what if Yuno connected with a different part of Onigashima and was thus chosen by either, like, a different flower or by, like, a whole different, like, magical thing that then gave her her Oni powers. And so she's still, like, half Oni, but then she's also, like, something else because of the way the magic works in Onigashima. The transformation still, like, made her an Oni, but also added, like, other things. I have thought about connecting them like that. Like, for example, one of the thoughts for Yuki Ono is that she was abandoned in the cold when the transformation didn't go well. So she died in the cold. Well, died, quote-unquote. But that ended up being what ended up completing the transformation was her, like, freezing. Which is why she's more Yuki Onna coded. Things like that. Spider lily Yuno would be dangerous. God, I love the spider lily flower. It's so nice. I wonder what kind of theme that one would have. I'd have to think about it. But no, I've had different thoughts. Like, there was other objects, this Yuno picks this object. Well, Onigashima is a magical place, right? So the way that I've envisioned it is that, like, the Yuno that was banished to Onigashima initially was still technically human. And she was, like, trying to find her place in Onigashima now that she was there. Initially, the other Oni didn't really, like, trust her, so she was alone a lot. And thus ended up going to the Bellflower Garden a lot. I've always envisioned the Bellflower Garden as being, like, surrounded by the mountains, kind of. Like, it's hidden off in, like, a secluded spot. So it's a way to, like, keep her walls up, literally, and, like, separate her from the Oni that are already ostracizing her. And so she connects with the flowers in that way. And the flowers themselves are, like, magically sentient, in that they've been absorbing magic from the moon for, like, years and years and years, and they just haven't really had, like, somebody to, like, tend to them in the way that Yuno started to when she started to go there a lot. So that's why they started developing this symbiotic relationship where Yuno gets magic from the bellflowers in order to better protect them and also to be a more powerful Oiran as part of her transformation. And then she in turn is able to help get more magic fed into the flowers. And I mean, I joked about it a little bit before, but I do literally think that the flowers can, like, feed off of, like, bloodshed. Blood fed into the soil from, like, you know, hurting people. Can't really say the K word on YouTube, but you know what I mean. Get rid of some people. Let the blood stay in the soil. Flowers suck it up, get more power that way. You know? Ice Yuno picked a cursed snow globe. Maybe not quite that, like, direct. But there could be something. Red spider lily flower gets too literal. Dark Souls 1 style daughter of chaos. Feed me Seymour. You can't say carrot? Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Red Yuno is spider lily Yuno? Maybe. I do really love, like, black and red aesthetic kimono vibes. Sunflower channels the literal power of the sun. Unfortunately, I can never do sunflowers because sunflowers are pretty integral to Kaya's branding. Kaya really likes sunflowers. Can't pick sunflowers. The one thing I can't really do is infringe upon my unit mates' brandings and aesthetics. So probably never a dragon Yuno, and probably never a cat. No cat Yuno. There will be no nyas in our future. Translation Yuno is too pale. Shut up! Leave me alone. Everybody's so mean to me. Sick and twisted. Would you say Yuno has adaptive magic that changes based on what exists around her? No. At least not, like, canonically. Like, to be transparent, purple Yuno is, like, canon, like, the true, like, actual timeline. The reasoning for the other, like, colors existing is just because I think it's kind of fun to think up alternate universes, but they aren't, like, canon universes. Like, they're different, they're, like, multiple parts of the universe, Yunoverse. But I don't think that they're inherently, like, canon, per se. I don't think she would literally have changed if like, purple Yuno was put in a situation with, like, a different element. I don't think she would have literally changed to it. I think what would have happened is it would have just failed. What I'm talking about specifically is, like, these different timelines are that Yuno went through something, like, similar to Yuno Prime, but ended up being drawn to something else during her loneliness. Like, it would still have that theme of, like, isolation and loneliness, but she'd be drawn to something else. So, like, blue Yuno would be drawn to the sea, or, red Yuno would be drawn to... I don't know. Things like that. It'd be just more like a similar story, just with, like, a different centerpiece. Pirate Yuno finds the One Piece. Just had a mental image of Yuno changing via evolution stones. That would be pretty funny. I mean, all things considered, a human showing up in Onigashima is basically like an EV being placed around a bunch of, like, evolution environments a la Glaceon and Leafeon. Technically, she could be drawn to anything, and that can end up changing her. In that regard. Although I say this, but purple and yellow are actually intrinsically connected. You'll find that out when yellow debuts. I've also teased this before, so it's not a spoiler. Purple and yellow are actually, like, closer entwined than you would think. We're only really getting into, like, alternate Buno-verses when we start talking about white and beyond. You'll understand why later. Professor Oakney, tiny human, I have 3 starters for you to pick from. You know, bellflower, sunflower, and white lily. Oakney. I should note the sunflower requires you to face the sun. You know, Chump's wife. I mean, maybe. I mean, I feel like if Yuno herself was going to choose, she would still probably pick the bellflower naturally. White lily would have been a close second. I'm just imagining a cotton candy Yuno. No, that'd be so cute. I love cotton candy colors. Something about complementary colors and yellow supposed to debut first. True. You are correct. For those that don't remember the lore, yellow was technically supposed to be what happened first, but yellow was designed back when I was still thinking I was going to keep, green around, and I wasn't gonna change Mama's. Which is why when I show you the initial design for yellow, it'll be on the 1.0 base. Because that's what Kaya drew her on. That was the initial plan. and I was just going to get a new artist to specifically only draw the outfit and then smack it onto the body. Because I wasn't sure what I was going to change. I was like really unsure for a very long time. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. But I think close to the end of November and like early December 2024 was when I kind of decided I wanted a new mama. And then when I sent the inquiry, it was to talk about like primarily working on Yellow, but then also bringing up the idea of a potential like full character redesign. And then that's when my mama was like, yeah, I'll do it. I can even do both for you at the same time if you want. And I was like, both? Still crazy, by the way. She was still crazy for that, by the way. God, she's so amazing. Sumeragi Kohaku. Kami-sama for real, for real. Oh yeah, speaking of Kami-sama, I was watching, one of my brother's birthdays was today. And he had a birthday live to celebrate his birthday. He usually has a big birthday live because he's primarily a 3D VTuber and does like 3D band shows and stuff. But he had a show today. And he was really cool. He's a really good singer. The reason I'm bringing it up is because when he saw Sumeragi Kohaku in chat, he was like, oh, Kami-sama's here! Because he refers to her as Kami-sama. Which I brought up in my, after talk, after my 2.0 debut, but like, honestly real. Also, he knows me as his sister now. And when he saw me, he was like, Yuno-san, thank you for coming. And then I cried. Because I've been watching him, because I've known of him for a while. Like, even prior to deciding I was gonna see if Sumeragi Kohaku would let me be a child. So I'm like... Yuno-san. That's me. Oh my god. She's so cute. So I was a little bit of a happy fangirl this morning. I was just like, whoa. Acknowledged by my brother. Yunomoto. Yeah, literally I am the youngest Sumeragi kid right now. Unless she has more cooking that I don't know about. And then I would be an One-san. Uno has siblings now? I do! Senpai noticed you by blood. It's true, I do think he literally only followed me because I became a Sumeragi kid. But I'm not mad at it. He's so sweet. And I do like watch his karaoke streams a lot because he's usually live when I'm like waking up in the mornings because I tend to wake up pretty early. He streams primetime Japan, which is like early morning Onigashima time, so I'm usually awake while he's streaming, so I'll end up watching his karaoke because he's a really good singer. I don't know how he manages to sing so good live. People are crazy. There are a lot of people where I'm impressed by their ability to sing really good live. I'm just like, how do you do it? Younger siblings will call you Yuno-ne-chan? Maybe! I mean, he didn't call me... Well, I guess you don't really call a younger sibling something like that. But I've never called him Nissan. I've only ever called him Koga-kun. So, I don't know if it's really common to do the, like, sibling stuff. Another VTuber brother, Kugui, replied to Koga's birthday tweet and said, like, just said "Otanjubi omedetou gozaimasu," and it was just like, oh, Kugui-san, thank you. So, I don't think they really do full-on sibling stuff, as far as I'm aware. But in my head, I do call them Nissan. Nissan, sometimes Ni-chan if I'm particularly like crying over it. I'm just like, Ni-chan. But I would never say it to their face. I feel like that'd be too embarrassing. Especially because I'm the embarrassing, like, awkward only daughter and the fucking black sheep via being the English speaker. I don't think I could ever do it, like, seriously. It's just in my head, I'm like, oh, Ni-chan. They should spoil you by calling you Emoto and give you head pats. I think I'd explode, actually. Maybe they shouldn't do that to me. Somebody clip this and at them. They don't understand English! They don't know what I'm saying! Don't do that! Yamete kura, stop. No clip, onegai. Well, no, it did make me really happy that he noticed me. I wrote out a tweet in Japanese that I sent to him too to celebrate his birthday, and he was just like very grateful for my kind words, and I was like, thank you. Thank you, I'm grateful that you exist. Big fan of your work. They're lucky to have you as their sister. Stop! Stop! They know I exist, but we don't really like interact with each other that often. I was kind of the one to initiate. Both instances, actually, because I initiated with, Kugui-san as well. I complimented his English. Because actually, Kugui-san can speak a little bit of English, because he lived in, I think he said the US? I want to say New York, but I don't remember if he ever specifically said where he lived. But I'm pretty sure it was America. He lived there for a while, so he actually knows a decent amount of English. Sometimes when I watch his streams, which I admittedly don't watch super often because he's usually just playing GeoGuessr. But when I watch his streams, there is occasionally, like, English speakers that pop in and, like, chat there. And because Kugui-san's chat is pretty slow, he will respond to them and, like, read it out in English and then respond in English. So if I have an in anywhere, it would be with Kugui-san, but I'm too shy. I'm too shy, unfortunately. Also, no, I'm not blushing. It did make me very happy, but I'm not blushing. GeoGuessr, is he one of my people? He plays GeoGuessr like 3 times a week. He might be if you really like GeoGuessr. He's like obsessed with GeoGuessr. I think he does like maybe 1 or 2 Zatsus a week, and then plays a lot of GeoGuessr, and then he's going through Toki Memo Girls Side right now as his like other primary game playthrough thing. Which is, you know, crazy, but he seems to be having a good time. But yeah, he plays GeoGuessr a lot. If you'd like his channel, I can get it for you. I guess since I am talking about my brothers, I should promo them a little bit. What did you miss? A lot. A lot. Who's gonna tell him? I'm sorry I've been saying that a lot lately. I just think it's kind of funny that it applies so much to the things I do. Who's gonna tell him? But this is, this is Kugui-san. He's like the most recent boy. So the most recent of the sons. Here you go, Twitch. That's Kugui. And then Koga-kun. He has such like little brother energy, so that's why I call him Koga-kun instead of Kugui-san. Like there's a bit of a difference. And then this is Koga-kun. Low-key, I think Koga-kun is probably Mama's favorite, and there's nothing wrong with that. Koga-kun is, I think, the first VTuber kid that Sumeragi ever had, which would explain the favoritism. She draws a lot of fan art of Koga-kun, and also draws a lot of new stuff for him for his live events and stuff, and also is the character designer and model artist for all of his bandmates, because he has a band, Guda Guda Groove. The 3 band members were all designed by Sumeragi Kohaku as well. So I technically have 3 other brothers. But they don't really do, like, VTuber activities. They only exist to be... they only exist as avatars for Koga-kun's band members. So they don't entirely count. Like, they do, but they don't. To catch up, job interview is a go. Don't think about it, Yuno, too late. Pokemon, Yuki Onna, women, Yunomoto. True. That is basically a good summary of what has occurred. They're a V-band, that's it. Yeah. They don't do any activities outside of, whatever they're doing as part of the band. Are you the first daughter? I am! I am the first daughter. The first daughter, the first English-speaking child, and until Kugui-san ended up debuting before me, I thought I was also going to be the first non-human kid, because pretty much every other design that Sumeragi Kohaku has made has been like humanoid characters. Before Kugui-san debuted, the only ones I knew of were Koga-kun, who is the first. And then Phantom Thief Saphir, who was a corporate VTuber under First Stage Production JP, but he graduated. Or I guess, was terminated technically, but we don't need to get into the weeds of that. And then, Inui Cyan, who is a, secret agent VTuber. Those were the only siblings that I knew about, initially. So I was like, does Sumeragi Kohaku even draw girl VTubers? Is she even gonna want to do this? And then she was immediately like, please, I've always wanted to draw a daughter. Please, 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 please. And I was like, okay. Okay, we're good, actually. Phew. And then, like I said, as far as I knew, the band members came next, and then Kugui-san ended up being a surprise. I was like, oh, okay. So that was a surprise, additional older brother that I hadn't known about. And then me. I'm the daughter. Sensei cooked? True. I agree. I think that, Sumeragi Kohaku's designs for all of my brothers are really, really cool looking. I really loved Saphir's design when I first saw him. I thought he was so cool. His key visual, too, was so nice. So I'm a little sad that he's no longer active, but it is what it is. Life be lifing. First Stage JP didn't do very well, so they've, like, actually gone under at this point. Oof. Kugui has played Power Wash, so maybe a future collab? Maybe. I have, like, low-key thought about asking him for a collab, just because he's the one that speaks English. So he'd survive. Maybe. But I'm shy. I don't know if I could do it. I'm just a shy little guy. But it'd be fun to collaborate with a Sumeragi sibling. Ask now? No! No! TM? No! I won't. I shan't. Crosses my arms, stamps my feet. No. I'm too afraid. But he is really cool. And funny. He did a bunch of shorts prior to debuting, Kugui-san, I mean. I do think his shorts are actually pretty funny. I don't think he's really done too many of them after debuting properly, but I like his shorts. They're funny. Can we ask God? No. Please don't do that. JP culture is very, very different from EN. Also, the important thing about, Kugui-san is that he is a corporate VTuber in Japan. He works for a company called V Region, I believe. All of them are representatives of different prefectures in Japan. So he is technically a corporate VTuber. There would probably be some red tape when it comes to asking for a collaboration. We'll ask the corpo, stop! No! Don't! Don't do it! It never hurts to say hi. I do say hi sometimes. I just never do it in the sense of like, do you want to collab? Because I just don't think they'd say yes, because I mostly speak English. I know baby Japanese, baby Nihongo. Helloing, how do? Helloing, how do? I'm doing well. I hope you are also doing okay. Also, oh, Hanaki, welcome in. That does complicate things. Yeah, I kind of have to rely on, like... Well, I try not to rely on machine translation, but I go based off of what I remember from when I studied it. And then I... translate anything I don't know. Yoromoto Yuno sent me here and you guys should get together for a stream. I'd puke. I'd throw up. Don't do that, please. Please. Don't do that. We can be like, Kugui, we love your Power Wash streams. Did you know your little sister Yuno Hanaki was playing that game? Hope you keep up the good work. No, please, don't. That kind of thing's inappropriate to do. Most, if not all, VTubers have rules about not randomly bringing up other VTubers. Don't do it, please. I appreciate the enthusiasm. I just don't want to cause trouble. If anyone should do the asking, it should be me. I'm just shy and I'm not gonna do it. Just finished first session of a new D&D campaign. Hope you're well this evening. Yay! I hope the first session went well. Was it like a first session, or was it a session 0? Hope it went well, though. You're the little sister, not a random VTuber. No, it still applies. You're not supposed to bring up other VTubers. You're not supposed to. I appreciate it, but you're not supposed to do it. It's just like etiquette. Do you know which condiment is your sister Yuno Hainzaki? Well, that's just gonna confuse him even more. He's just gonna be like, what? Literally what? Planned a session 0, but everyone had fully built characters, so we jumped in. Nice. Glad that worked out. Hope you all had fun. Hope it was a good time. But yeah, let's just all agree to not bother my siblings, okay? Okay. Like, obviously show them support for the content that they are making if you are interested in the stuff that they make. But like, let's just agree not to mess with them too much. Because they are my siblings, and I think that they are cool, but I don't want them to think that I'm some sort of, like, weird, rude foreigner. I'm trying to be normal. What if they bring you up? I don't think they ever would. I don't think they like, VTuber sibling stuff isn't as common in JP spheres as it is Western. Well, even Western I don't think is that big on like sibling VTuber things. The only example I can think of is that there was a time where Koga-kun had Saphir join him for one of his usual, like, singing music collab sessions. Because Saphir also did a lot of singing on top of his usual content, which was like playing League. I think he mostly played League. I honestly don't remember. I listened to a lot of Saphir's music, and I think I watched like 1 or 2 game streams. But I know that those two collaborated once during one of those streams on the basis of being Sumeragi Kohaku kids. I think they were the only 2 at the time, and that's why it happened. That's the only time I can think of where Sumeragi siblings ever did something together. I would love to organize something where Sumeragi siblings do stuff together, but the easiest thing to organize would probably be something related to singing, and
Yep.
Kukui-san doesn't really do singing content. He's more of a variety guy. Kira, thank you for the 12-month resub. Oh my god, a whole year. Whoa, a whole year of Twitchy Yuno. Here's to many more. Can we adjust the phrasing on that? I don't know how I feel about being called Twitchy, but yay! 1 year, woo! Bustafellows trivia game? They've ever even played Bustafellows? Huh. I feel like that wouldn't... I mean, they might know of it. But I don't know how much they'd actually know of it, is the thing. I don't know how much they'd actually know. Okay, Wiggly, thank you. Whole year of Wiggly, you know, I'll take that. And wiggle, wiggle. Even if they haven't, it's just a way to gain mama points over them. It would be pretty funny if we, like, tried to do a quiz where we just answer questions about Sumeragi Kohaku. Like, about her personality and about, like, work that she's done. And things like that, and we just tried to prove who knew the most about her. I think Koga-kun would win in that situation, though. Just because he's been interacting with her the most out of all of us. I think Koga-kun would sweep. And then we'd explode. How many people on the planet Earth are qualified to do Bustafellows trivia? A good handful. I think a good handful could handle it. You know you're illegally cute. I'm gonna have to report your shenanigans to your mama. Well, I mean, you can, but she's probably just gonna agree with you. She's gonna be like, you're so right. There were so many cute people replying to Sumeragi Sensei when I first announced that she was my mama, and she was like confirming that she was my mama. Everybody was replying to her and being like, thank you for making Yuno so cute, and she was like, thank you for supporting her, let's support her together. That made me cry. It was so sweet. And I bring this up a lot too, but my favorite was when Mamie Majiko replied to Sumeragi Kohaku to be like, Yuno is so cute. Or like ultimate cute or something. I forget specifically what phrasing she used. But then Sumeragi Sensei just responded to Mamie like, yes! And it was so cute. I couldn't stand it. It just made me so happy. And you know, it's so different from my experience when I was first born with my first form, where I was never even properly introduced, which is okay. I suppose I don't have to. But I was never even acknowledged by my first mother. So I'm really happy that my new mama acknowledged me and was very sweet to everybody who was excited about her too. You know Mamie. I don't call her Mamie, that's Mamie. Cuteness Fox together. Well, yes, we used to be company mates. Not that I was ever in Glitch Stars. Mamie used to be in Production Kawaii with me. I used to be Mamie's senpai. Not anymore, though. Now that she has joined Gen 1 of Glitch Stars, I guess that makes her senpai to all the people that have come in after. Magical Mimi also rolls off the tongue. Yes, I do like Magical Mimi, but she changed the order. Now it's Mimi Magical. So I try to do that more often. When you technically still be her senpai, though? Technically. But since Kawaii dissolved, we don't really go by the senpai kohai thing anymore. We were all just associates. Former coworkers / associates. Never change your order. Hanaki Yuno is fine, but I need it as Yuno Hanaki. I think Yuno Hanaki just makes more sense. Hanaki Yuno only exists when I'm writing out my name in JP, because that's how you're supposed to write. That's how you're supposed to write it. When I'm introducing myself and when I'm like talking to other people, it's always Yuno Hanaki.
Hanaki Yuno desu.
True. Mimi concurrently a genmate and senpai to Hio. Isn't it so interesting? It's not the same. Stuff her in the orb to think about it again. No. She made her choice. Although I don't specifically know why she made the choice. I just noticed that she had changed it on Twitter. So I was like, oh, I guess that's what she wants to have the order be now. I do admit I got really used to saying Magical Mimi, so it took a little bit in my brain to switch it, but I can still say Mimi Magical. Would Mimi be Hio's senpai? Technically. But, like, that's part of the whole reason why I'm confused by the fact that I thought that Glitch Stars didn't really do the senpai kohai thing, but then I keep seeing them say, as expected of my senpai, or, oh, support my kohai, so I'm just like, maybe they do senpai kohai. I'm confused by the messaging. When Hio first debuted for Glitch Stars, she was very adamant that Mimi is not her senpai. Yeah. No, I understand. That's part of where my confusion stems from, too. I don't know. Maybe for some of them it is a senpai kohai thing. They just be doing what they want. That's fair. Glitch Stars is a very do what you want space, it seems. As long as they live their best lives, I guess. Yuno is honestly a really cute sounding name. Aw, thank you. I picked it together with management at the time. I was initially going to be Yunon, with an N at the end, but they said that that might be difficult to pronounce, so it became Yuno instead. Which I don't mind. I think that Yuno really works. Maybe she didn't feel it yet when she was new? Maybe. Many aspects on Yuno are cute, this we can agree. Go back in time and move your phone an inch, Yunon. Yunon. All that deciding only to only be called Buno. I mean, it's fine. Assigned Buno at debut. It's okay. People still call me Yuno a majority of the time. I do get Buno'd quite often, however. Yuno. Yeah, see, you get it. I make 2 Yuno jokes in my intro. Most people only realize the one, but I make 2. Hitomi's brain blast moment. It took her how long? What kind of best friend doesn't even catch on to all my puns? Did you know our souls are ooh, like you know, ooh. Yeah, see.
Oh. Oh, treating the room? Good way to show off your wealth.
Oh, Kira, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Hype train. Whoa. Thank you, thank you. Let's freaking go. Appreciated. Since they mean something more on here than the tubes. Shaking my head at the tubes. You can't even gift memberships on YouTube anymore because I took the memberships away. So, you know. Yeah. I wish I could just reach through the wall and strangle YouTube into giving me my money. All the more reason for them here. Yeah, thank you. That's very kind. And Saucy Grandpa, thank you for the 500 bits. Let's freaking go, dude. Oh, those are some pretty funny emote options we could unlock. Sorry, I like the YouTube UI better. No, you're fine! Don't worry about it. I multi-stream for people who want the option of both. Or of either, sorry. I don't know how to talk. I multi-stream for the people who want the option of either. I ordinarily was thinking about just fully pivoting to only doing streams on Twitch, because Twitch was the only place I could monetize, but there really isn't any harm in multi-streaming, and it also allows me to just instantly publish VODs. Instead of having to, like, re-upload them from Twitch to YouTube, and then have the formatting be weird and ugly. So, yeah. No! Hi, Navina Nova. Happy birthday! I was already there and I gave you birthday wishes, but happy birthday. I hope your 3D debut went well. I hope you guys had fun. Welcome in, Raiders. I know how to talk, I promise. Blah, blah, blah. Today is a day of days. So true. But welcome in, guys. I hope you had fun with Miss Nano. I hope you spoiled her for her birthday because she deserves it. She deserves the whole world and then some. The whole galaxy even. Thank you for coming in to see little old me. Welcome, welcome. Happy birthday, Yuno. Yes, it is also my birthday because I hate to tell you this. You actually just got raided into another Navina Nova stream. You actually just got raided into Navina Nova again. Crazy, right? I'm actually Navina Nova. If you were there for my Totsu part, you would know what I'm talking about. We bullied her thoroughly. Well, I hope there was still some love mixed in there. What to heck? Happy birthday. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, guys. Oh my gosh, wow. Welcome, welcome. Hi again, Navina Nova. You know, Hanaki fake name. No! Don't put that part in the parentheses. It spoils the bit. Anyways. For those of you who might not know me, Hanaki. I am Yuno Hanaki, the one and only Oiran of indie V-singer group Mialion. I am a yapping primary streamer.
Yep. Your soul will do.
Thank you for the resub. Thank you for the level 2 hype trade on Twitch. I chat a lot. Oh god, I forget the things I do. I talk a lot. I play comfy, cozy, casual, low-stakes games. I play a lot of visual novels and dating sims primarily. I practice my voice acting through reading through visual novels because I like to voice act. I like to sing. And the last one on my long list of things that I do is I write. I write both original lyrics, I write translated, adapted lyrics from Japanese into English, and I write voice pack scripts, and I write stories and all of that stuff. Yes. Yes, that's me. So thank you for coming in. Feel free to hang out for a little, or if you've been with Nano like all day, make sure you get some rest as well. She remembered. I got there eventually. I'm sorry that my brain is moving at the pace of a snail these days. I'm really nervous because I have a big thing going on tomorrow. A job interview for a position that could really improve my quality of life, and I'm nervous about it every time I think about it, so... It happens when you get old. What the hell? I'm not old! I'm 21 forever. Sorry, but that's a skill issue on your part. Yuno has written lyrics and trans lyrics for other artists too. This is true. I have written lyrics for original songs for other people as well as for myself. And I've written English trans lyrics primarily for Kaya, but I am planning to open them up to other people as well. I've also written trans lyrics for Hiyori Mokami's cover of Old Tsukimi Recital. But that was like a year ago. Maybe even 2 years ago at this point. Shoot, I don't know. Is it 2 years? Ah, God, the passage of time. Blech. Casual 12 hours into 3D, you know, the normal VTuber grind. True. True. If they ask you where do you see yourself in 5 years, tell them not here. Well, true. Hopefully, in a better position within the company, because I've managed to grow and prove my worth, question mark? I don't know how to answer these questions.
I'm really bad at job interviews. I'm really scared.
That's why I'm so nervous. You got this, you know? Thank you. Thank you. I do my best. I'll work hard. 24. True. Hopefully still around. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Hopefully alive. Ideally, alive. Living well. Alive and kicking. True. My birthday is Thursday and I still can't believe I'm going to be as old as I am. Well, happy early birthday then. Good luck, good luck. May it be a good day. May you get, like, a really cool gift. And may your cake be delicious if you're gonna eat cake. I don't know if you're gonna eat cake. Good luck. If you think you ought to mention something in the interview, don't be afraid. Or alternatively, if you think you shouldn't, judge well. Oh god. That's the problem. I was explaining this a little bit at the beginning of this stream, but when I'm in a job interview, I fumble the bag so hard because I feel like I can't hold on to a tangent when I'm trying to answer questions or when I'm trying to, like, talk about myself. Because I usually don't mention any of the, like, VTuber or, like, content creator stuff that I do during interviews. So I sound like the most boring person on the planet, and then I'm, like, fumbling desperately because I'm trying to sound normal and but also not sound, like, too normal. And then the more I fumble the bag, the more my voice starts to, like, waver and die out, and it makes me sound unconfident because I am unconfident. So it's gonna be a whole thing, and I'm nervous about it. I'm nervous, so we'll see how it goes, though. Thank you guys for the hype train. I got this guy. Look at his sick dance. Hell yeah, bro. Pop off. Get it. Get that shit. What do you currently do for a living? Survive! Shit. What do I currently do for a living? Anime. Boobs? No, sorry. Freaking out. Boobs? Yes. I don't know. It's over. Eyes at least. Boobs, you say? Hired? God, I hope so. I wish it were that easy. I remember you mentioned after a previous interview you regretted not saying what you wanted to.
Did I say that?
That sounds like something I would say, so I believe you. I just don't know if I remember what that was. We'll figure it out. You probably sound better than I would. Last time I did an interview for a corpo, I may have answered a question of skills I have with I can answer the phone with different accents. That's awesome. I mean, hey, it's a talent, question mark? It's a party trick? 2 question marks? Maybe the library job? No, I don't remember. I wish I could remember what that was like. I do remember being sad I didn't pass that, though. As a beneficiary of nepotism, I can't really speak about interviews. Man, what's it like? Can I have a little nepotism as a treat? Just once, I would like to benefit from nepotism. It feels like everybody else in the world does. Please. Libraries are still around? Yeah, of course. Libraries provide a lot of resources, more than just books. More than just books. They offer a lot of cool things. It's awesome, but goddamn, it can't be replaced. Let me take time off. No. Just marry him. No. Oh, I'm gonna have to take a hard pass on that one. No thanks. No thank you. If I ever start a business, I'll hire you. Don't count on it. No, don't let your dreams be dreams. Start a business. Be your own boss. There's probably tons of benefits to that, right? Right. Coming from girl who has been running her own business and barely scraping by. Gotta have been born rich to benefit from nepotism? Not true. It's not always about being born rich. It's just about who you know. It's all about your connections. You can have connections without being born rich. Wants nepotism, won't marry the nepo baby. Yeah, and I'm being choosy on purpose. The worst she can say is no, you know, ugh. Yeah. If I open a business with a mailroom, let me know if you need a spot. I mean, I would love to just sort mail in a mailroom for all of time, to be honest with you. The only reason I didn't apply to jobs like that is because they pretty much, like, will reject you on the spot if you don't have a driver's license. I'm gonna take my leave, but you have a good rest of your night. Rest well! Have a good rest of your night and week if I don't see you after. True, my first 3 jobs were because my parents worked for the companies. We were definitely nowhere near rich. My high school job was working the concession stand at the pool at the local rec center. a lot of descriptors there, trust me, I know. But I also got that job because one of my good friends' moms was like the head honcho in that area, and they needed more people to work there. So I was chosen. Must be a big mailroom if you need to drive in that shit. I'd be saying. What do you mean I need to have a license? Likewise, I need to sleep since I'm up early, so take care. Good luck. Thank you. Get some good rest. Been in the same job for the last 12 years, so no idea what the job world. Oh my god, holy job security Batman. Consider me jealous. I love that for you, though. I hope that means that you like it. I only worked that job at the rec center for like a summer. I didn't really work much. Most of the jobs that I had after that weren't until college. I didn't really work during the high school year. Onimama always wanted me to prefer studying. Means I haven't known what else to do. That's fair. I hope you can find something else to do, though, if that's something that calls to you. I also don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with settling, if it's, like, comfortable and it pays decently. My aunt worked at a grocery store as a cashier slash bagger for, like, most of her adult life, young adult life even, because I think she started working there when she was a teenager. But she worked at the same place for like years and years and years and years and years until she finally retired. My first job was basically a janitor. I was very quickly promoted to supervisor because nobody else wanted to do it. Guys, read your job contracts because I got BS compared to the amount of responsibilities I got. God, I know. You really gotta read those dang contracts. Gotta keep an eye on it. That's something that was stressed upon me a lot too, especially when I started getting into more like entertainment jobs. My godmother, the woman that I also call my aunt, even though she's not really an aunt, was always very strict about me reading contracts. She has even offered to read contracts for me to ensure I don't miss anything. My current job is the one I've had the longest at 3 years. My first job was doing laundry for 3 hospitals. Ew. I see, I see. That's a good auntie. She is. Have a good night, Yuno and Shadows. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. Have a good rest of your night. Get some good eepies. But yeah, I think I've said this about the summer job before. I technically, I got in trouble for something that was not my fault. I still don't know to this day what actually happened in that scenario, but I got, like, super in trouble because of something, and me and the person that I had been working with also got in trouble. And we were basically both punished, and we were not allowed to work closing shifts alone anymore. I was also not allowed to do any work that involved being near the register because the company thought that I stole from them. Isn't that fun? What was I, a 15-year-old girl, going to benefit from stealing from this register at a pool, snack bar, in a rec center? You're supposed to count the money, not take the money? No, see, here's the thing. This specific scenario, it was me and this much, much, much older woman working this closing shift alone. We're doing all of the normal, like, cleanup procedures. She wants to do all of the actual cleanup of, like, the back kitchen and all of that stuff because she likes doing that kind of thing. She asked me to count the money. I'm like, okay. I count the money. I get an amount, and I'm like, hey, can you double check this? She comes over, double checks it. She gets a different amount, and I'm like, huh? So then I count again, and the amount is still different, and I'm like, okay, wait. So I, like, literally take all of the money that I'm supposed to be counting, carefully separate it the way it needs to be separated, count again, and I'm like, now this is the same number that I got the first time. Am I tripping? We both literally sat there and stayed behind, like, maybe 20 to 30 minutes counting this money to ensure that we had the right number. When we finally both got the same number, we were like, okay, that must be correct. So that is what we reported. I wrote everything down. I put it in the proper envelope. I took it to the safe that we're supposed to take it to at the end of our shift, deposited it, clocked out. I didn't work the next day. She did. I get a call from her, and the poor woman, like, this poor older woman working this job is, like, bawling her eyes out to me, like, saying that she got reprimanded by the higher-ups because they think that we stole from them. And, like, she doesn't want to lose this job because, you know, she's old. She doesn't have any other options, really, for work. She needs this for, like, supplemental money for, like, her lifestyle. And she's unloading this all onto me. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened either. Because, like, we both sat there and we finally did manage to get our count to match. So, like, truly, we don't know why they think that we stole. Or, like, why they thought that the money was, like, misreported. To this day, I still do not know what actually happened to cause the discrepancy. Apparently, we're just bad at counting. I don't know what else to say. I don't really think that's true, but apparently we were. But she was, like, really upset and, like, just venting all of this at me, and I was like, ugh, because I didn't know what to do, and I felt bad. And then, of course, when I finally came in for my next shift, I was chewed out by my friend's mom, and they were, like, saying that I was going to have to be, like, heavily monitored because they couldn't trust me near the register. I was not allowed to work at the register, so I couldn't work the front window anymore. I was only allowed to work in the back doing food stuff. I was not allowed to do closing alone. Someone had to supervise me the entire time I was there for closing shifts, and I was not allowed to touch the register. I was only allowed to do the back cleaning. Haunted money? I'm saying. What a strange process for managing the money. It was kind of shady looking back at it. Crazy as yokai shit. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't die there for that. Or fire me? Yeah, no, I think they were just that desperate to keep people that they were just, like, willing to put up with having me stay for, like, the remainder of the time. But I really didn't, stay that much longer. I think I only worked, like, 2 or 3 more shifts after that, and then I was like, I'm not going back. I'm gonna focus on my summer homework. I don't like having to work there and be scrutinized and treated like shit, because everybody was, like, really rude to me after that, because they thought I was a thief. And everybody was, like, cold to me, and it was already hard enough doing that job. I didn't like feeling like a failure. So I was like, nah, I'm just gonna do my summer homework. Screw all that, to be honest. Speaking of closing, I messed up so bad once they never assigned me closing shift ever again. I kind of wish that was me. I would have preferred working all mornings. I am very much a morning shift person. So I kind of was always frustrated whenever they gave me closing shifts. I liked midday shifts and I liked opening. I did not like closing. Our counts are off all the time and no one gets in trouble. We just recount until it's right, and if it's not, we assume someone made a tiny mistake and we'll deal with it. Well, apparently the discrepancy was big enough that they were thinking that we stole money. I don't remember how much the discrepancy actually was. It wasn't minor, though. Because I remember when we were counting, it was very confusingly different between counts, and we really didn't know why that kept happening. And it wasn't an issue of, like, conflating tips with the amount that was supposed to be in the register. I'm fairly certain. Bills stuck together? Honestly, probably. There were a lot of kids that would come up holding dollar bills to buy ice cream or whatever. That could have been the case. And maybe we just couldn't separate it enough. I don't know. But I do remember that the discrepancy was pretty big, and that's why I was so confused with it. With the big discrepancy, like no investigation or check-in, just straight to blame, kind of crazy. Yeah, it was not great. But I had been kind of warned by my friend's mom that the higher-ups were a bit scary. So I guess when they discovered this discrepancy, it just caused a trickle-down effect of everybody getting yelled at. Which does suck for everybody else. Like, I do feel bad that that overall situation must have been stressful for everybody involved, not just me and the poor old lady that I was working with, but like, what did you want us to do? You had the person who'd barely been working there for a month and a half, and then the old woman who never is responsible for counting the money. We didn't know what else to do. And she wanted to go home, she didn't want to keep staying there. That was always my fear when I would close the liquor store. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. It's a darn concession stand. It's gravely serious, according to them. I mean, whatever. also think it was strange that they just presumed that we had stolen stuff. Because, like, she had never done anything like that, the older woman. Like, she was just very chill, very sweet. Everybody loved her. She was literally like the team grandma. She would never, you would never even dream of her doing something that evil. And then me, I was too new. And I was totally fine with the amount that I was earning from the job. I never really felt like I needed to steal money. Never ever. So I don't know. Did you pull an ice cream heist too? No. I did use some of my own money to buy ice cream from our stand though. We could get free drinks, but we had to buy food. Although if we had any food left over from the day of selling, we could take some of that home if we wanted to eat it. So there were times I would take home like end of day soft pretzels or leftover pizza. Yummy. But we were explicitly told that we could do that so that it wouldn't go to waste. And that was food. That was the only stuff I ever took home. I never pocketed any money. Never, ever, ever, ever. Which is why I was so upset that they were accusing us. I was just like, I mean, I knew that there was something funky with the count, but I don't think that it was that bad. Apparently it was, though. Shows what I know. Crazy stuff. Crazy world. The worst thing for us is fake money, specifically for motion picture use only bills. Fair. Guys, it was just girl math. Girl math didn't exist back then. But yeah, no, it was bad time. Did not like that job. Never went back. And I remember I basically, like, quit after those, like, really bad shifts. And there was one guy who, called me and was like, hey, I noticed that you haven't been put on the shift sheet. Would you like to pick up a shift for me? And I was like, oh, I haven't been put on the shift sheet because I quit. And he was like, oh, I see. So that was a pretty funny conversation. He was trying to throw me a bone and be like, I could give you a shift. And I was like, well, first of all, I don't think I could take that shift because it's a closing one and I'm not allowed to do those alone. Second of all, I'm already gone, brother. I'm doing homework right now. I'm reading fucking Oedipus and Antigone from Honors English class. I specifically remember what I had to read during that time frame. I was like, bye, bro, I'm reading Oedipus. Me when I throw someone a bone, but it hits them straight in the forehead and knocks them out. True. Do you remember how much had to remain in the register? The number 120 keeps coming to my mind, but I truly don't know. I don't think that's correct. There probably had to be more. I don't remember, though. This was, like, forever ago, and I think the trauma of getting, like, yelled at and treated like a pariah for the remaining shifts I was there just made me forget everything. There isn't too much I remember that's positive about that job either. I gotta read about this guy getting with his mom later. No, literally me. I was just like, sorry, I have a play I gotta annotate. I'm going into Honors English. I have to prepare for Honors English. You don't understand. This is a big deal. But yeah, that was like my first job, and then I didn't work any other job for the rest of high school. Didn't start properly working again until college. That was when I got my, I qualified for work-study programs, so as long as I was working an on-campus job, it was being paid for through the school to supplement my lifestyle. And I didn't really have any bills because I was in on-campus housing. So I got to indulge in my hobbies. Hee. It did teach me how to manage my money, but I did indulge in my hobbies a lot. Gacha lifestyle? Not so much gacha. I did gacha a little bit with that money, but definitely not nearly as much. I had already had my scare the year before getting that job with my infamous maxing out my credit card for a gacha game story. I learned my lesson with gacha after that, so I really wasn't pulling that often. It was more so getting like practical merchandise. That was kind of where my first fixation on practical merchandise became a thing. Buying like cups and glasses and like other memorabilia for my favorite things type of deal, like figures and Nendoroids and all that stuff. Bags. Yeah. I'm glad I never got too into pulling in gacha games, or I might be in shambles. Honestly, that is probably good, yes. That is probably a good thing. I'm happy for you. I never really been like super into it either. I was pretty good about only spending like allowance money or like birthday or Christmas money at the time. But once I had access to... Basically, there was like a dam that broke with that credit card. I had not touched it. It had been given to me specifically because I was going to school in a big city pretty far away from my normal area of Onigashima. And I was too scared to use it. And then there was just one time where I had to, because I had to pay... Around my birthday, I got charged like a crazy medical bill for something. And I didn't have the money to pay it, and I didn't want it to go into like debt collection, so I asked my aunt who was responsible for the card, mind you. The card was in my name, but all of the like information for who was going to pay it went to her, because she wanted to teach me how to use a credit card. So I like messaged her and was like, hey, I need to pay this bill using the card, is it okay? And she was like, yes. So that's how I paid for that bill. And then I also got pizza. Because I was stressed out. So I was like, can I get pizza? And she was like, yes. The card is literally for you to use as you need to while you were in the city. And I was like, okay. But the dam kind of opened after that because I realized I had a secondary source of money that was made up money that I could just use to pay for things, and I didn't have to think about the consequences too directly. You know, as you do when you're a stupid college kid. As you do when you're a dumb freaking college kid. So, I ended up using the card for gacha a lot, and then it maxed out. And then my aunt got a little mad at me. Not like fully mad, but she was like, hey, you realize what this is, right? Like, you spend all of the money on this, and then I have to start paying it back so that you can get more money to access on the card. It's not just infinite money. It doesn't just renew the next month unless I pay the whole balance. And I was like, oh. And I realized I had fucked up, basically, because she had to pay off the card in installments. So I was like, oh. Oops. Damn, girl. To be fair, the amount of money that was on that card was not that much, but I did max it. I don't remember what its credit limit was. I don't think I had ever been properly told how much was on it. Just that it would be enough if I ever had an emergency. So, you know, maxed it out. Got the light scolding from my aunt, and where she properly explained to me what the hell a credit card is. And then after that, she was like, I'm gonna pay this off for you, but do you understand now? And I was like, okay, I understand. She should have started you with one of those student cards where it's secured by a bank balance of $1,000. Maybe. I don't really remember how it came about. I just know that she was like, you should have a credit card for emergencies. And I was like, I'm scared of credit cards. And she was like, you just have to have it for an emergency. It's not like you need to spend the money on it. just spend a little bit and then I'll pay it off, and that's how you build credit. And I was like, I don't understand what that means. So I just never used it until that situation on my birthday. Because I was like, my money's gone. I wanted to celebrate my birthday. So silly. I gotta go now. Thank you for the fun and cozy chat. You know, good luck at your interview tomorrow. Thank you. Have a good rest of your day. Or night. I don't know what time it is. Financial literacy is a valuable skill. Yeah. I did my best. True, 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 true. Night? Oh, okay. Good night then. Small side note, you know, can you have your hair down along with the bangs or only one or the other? Unfortunately, Spiral rigged this to be only one or the other. So I can only have bun and bang or long hair and forehead. However, I did make a comp of what it looks like with the long hair and the side bang. Would you like to see? I have to find it, so I might need a second. But I do have, when I messed with the files, I made what it would look like. I do have that, I think, somewhere. I just don't remember where it is. Give me a moment. Probably in this chat. Let me look. Oh, please. It's gonna take me a little bit. There's a lot of things in here. Let's see. My god, my nose is so freaking itchy. Aha! Found her! I forgot how freaking pretty she is. But yeah, unfortunately the way it was initially rigged, it didn't allow for combinations. If I wanted combinations, to nobody's surprise, it was going to cost extra. And I couldn't afford it. Maybe I can stick around to see this first. It'll be quick, I promise. I just found it. Oh my god, why is it so giant? Why are you huge? Hi. Haha, hey. Shows you this. I showed you my peak. Please respond. Like crap, that's gorgeous. Yeah, this is if I had these current front bangs with my normal long hair. That's what she could have looked like. I specifically turned on the flower eyes for this demo as well when I was messing around with it. We were robbed! Small toothy smile is so cute. Yeah, so interestingly, in the files for the expressions,
Cute. Do better.
in the files for the expressions, the hypnotic expression does have the like parted lips with like the, it's not teeths. Her lips are just parted. There's like nothing back there. So she doesn't have teeth. It's just like, there's just nothing drawn in that part. I don't know why. That's just Sumeragi-san's art style, I suppose. Yeah. Kinda looks like she's biting her lip a little bit. It was definitely meant to look like quite flirty, I think was Sumeragi-san's intention. But yeah, it looks really good. Because I also really wanted to combine the ideas.
Aw, you tried your best. Sadly, that's still not enough. Maybe next time, though.
That's her talking to you right now. Thank you for the $50 tip, Nathan. And also, Aleko My Ego, thank you for the $4.20 tip. You should treat yourself, Yuno. Get some vanilla bean ice cream. Also, there's French fry ice cream now, your favorite. Ooh, that actually sounds kind of good. She looks pretty. Do you know her? I needed that. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, no, this was something I really wish I could have had, but like I said, it cost extra. She looks so freaking cute, though. I never really thought to combine the pinned up bangs with the buns. I don't think those would look very good together. But this looks really good together, though. I really like this. But yeah, no, I love her. She's great. Thank you, Yuno Hanaki. You're great. Someday. Anyone who takes a commissions, keep this expression in mind, please. And saved. Yippee! You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, yes, yes. True, 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 true. But no, I forgot I had that, actually. I didn't remember until you asked the question. I forgot that I had made that when I first, like, got all the files and was looking at her. I was just like, oh, what if I put these together? And then it was Peak. Have I ever shown you guys the expression sheet? I thought I did. But you can actually see in the actual expression sheet that Sumeragi gave me that she had like a vision for how certain expressions would look, and that's how they ended up looking in the files for the model as well. They were there for like frames of reference. Can Tamadashi marry alternate hairstyle Buno? No, because it's still Buno. It's still Buno. She's still gonna be like, oh, no thanks. She's still gonna be like, why? Also, are you rich? An Oiron would only ever marry a really, really rich patron. Because then she would be taken care of forever. But I really like this, Buno. That's good. And she likes you too. Not enough to marry you, though. In health, kinda? Well, it is a certain kind of richness. That is good. Pay to win, rich. Define rich, what's the number? Good question. Can you make triple digits in a year? Please? Triple digits? Yeah, like 100k. Oh, not triple. Sorry, I'm stupid. I was thinking triple because I said I was thinking of 100k. I guess that'd be more like sextuple. $300 a year? No. Oh, baby, a triple. No, not $100. Also, $100 a year, you are basically in poverty. How are you even alive? How are you even typing this? You can't even afford internet with that much money. 111 a year. I'm stupid, Your Honor. We're approaching midnight. That's where I get my most dumb. I make 6 figures of Gundams a year. That is impressive, but that's not what I meant. You need to be making $100,000 a year, minimum. And then I would consider it. There's still other factors I would have to consider as well. How much of that money are you spending on me? Sorry, this won't work unless I have her on screen. How much of that are you planning to spend on me, hmm? $999. All of it, a lot. Good answers, good answers. I will give you my everything. I get $1. Yep, you get $1. You could get a french fry. Not an order of them, one. A french fry. Just for you. Why the talk of numbers? Because everyone wants to marry this alternate universe version of, Yuno Hanaki that has the bun bangs with the long hair. And I said that she would only marry someone if they made a lot of money. So. That is my favorite french fry, by the way. The one fry, hell yeah. Single fry for me, many fry for Yuno. The world for her. I mean, I get it. I also am very, like, hello, ma'am. Even though this is literally me. The caption from when I posted this in my chat with me and Hitomi, I was just like, what could have been? What could have been? Oh, she left? Okay, what's up, bro? Hi. Why did you eat my fries? They were mine and you ate them? Because I was hungry, sorry. I love potato. Are we gonna get some Yuno self-cessed in the Oiranchi tag? I'm not gonna commission it. I'm not that into self-cessed. But if somebody else wants to commission it or draw it, sure. Whatever you say, man. Live your best life. The tag is mostly there for you guys. And I do owe you, like, 2 raunchy things of my own that I have to produce. I just haven't had the means to get the commission or to write the spicy. I haven't gotten there yet, but we'll hopefully get there soon enough. The tag is so you look in there and go, whoa. I occasionally peek at it just to be like, what are the Damadachi doing? And then sometimes it's really nice, and then sometimes I'm like, whoa. I don't think my boobs are that big. Alternate Yuno carrying puntable Yuno as her child? No. No, 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 no. No puntable. The R18 tag? Yes. We do have an R18 tag on Twitter. They are that big, bro, but I can measure it if you want. Crazy. Sometimes Dama channel the word Hangula Hoogs to the maximum. I mean, true. R18 scab counts? Yeah. Those look heavy, man. They're not even on screen right now because of the table covering them. Please, stop. They do look kind of heavy, though. I also, when I first got the ref sheet and I saw the, like, downward arrow that Sumeragi drew, I was like, Roo. The slide whistle going down noise. Pretty awesome. I was like, oh, emphasizing the gravity, are we? The gravitational pull. So heavy she can't even hold them up above the bottom of the screen. Clearly we can help with this burden. Mario World and level sounds. True. I can't help it. The down arrow is just really funny. They have heft. They do. The Buno buff was, like, honestly very crazy. Sensei pointing out important parts. I love Sumeragi-san. She likes big boobies too, so I was not entirely surprised when I saw the booba upgrade, but I was impressed. Side effect of not aging, every year the physics slider moves right 1 click. Oh god. Those are gonna be real big. after a while. This is what they look like after 200? Well, more than 200. I love her for many other reasons too, but the buffs are very nice. I agree. I think she did really good. Can we talk about Sumeragi Sensei's PFP? I know I bring this up a lot, but I want to bring it up again. Yeah, that's, I think that's one of her original characters. I believe. She's really pretty. Also, huge boobs. Her height and booba were buffed, yes. I didn't specifically ask for either, but when I got the design back, I was like, yup, she needs to be taller. She looks like she's a bit taller now. Not by much, mind you. Still pretty average height overall. But yeah, I like her profile pic too. I like that character. The design's cutie. I think I know the full source, but I'm gonna double check. I'm pretty sure I know where it's from. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Getting a lot of very funny images right now. The internet's so cool. So cool, so awesome. I could have sworn I saw the full art for this at some point. I've, like, stalked Sumeragi Sensei's Twitter, like, a million times, so you would think I would have. Sumeragi Sensei understood the mission. Yes, I'm always so grateful. Sometimes I regret not downloading X or Twitter, missing out on this art. It is okay. VTubers do their best to showcase art when they are able. Sumeragi Sensei is not a VTuber. The only other place that she posts her work is, like, Pixiv? But she hasn't updated her Pixiv in a really long time. Yeah, honestly, Twitter is not even worth getting into now, especially because they keep changing how it works. Mobile Twitter now is such a disaster, I, like, barely check it. I scroll a little bit, and then I usually will close out of the app because I just get pissed off at how bad it looks now. I hate this media post split. Yeah, it's so bad, and it's also, like, debuffing regular retweeting, so now you have to, like, quote tweet stuff if you want people to see your content. It's just a whole big to-do for no freaking reason. It sucks that I don't like it. It's bad. I think if I just scroll a little bit, I can find the character. Because her media tab's not, like, super full of characters, so I might be able to find the full art. Ah, she draws such pretty women. Sorry. Going through this media tab is just reminding me of all of the times I looked at this before when I was like, I need her to draw me. I needed to draw me so bad. Women. All the fan art she's drawn of Koga-kun. Truly a spoiled son. Affectionate. Positive. Genuine. It's okay. Oh, and the first time that she drew Petra. I remember this. Oh, that's a different art, but that's also very good. It's gotta be here somewhere. Surely. I know I saw it. All the cute terotas she's drawn to, man. Close. Wrong character. Actually, I think that's a guy. Very similar expression, though. I was like, whoa. Is that it? No, I was mistaken. Whoops. Oh boy. Oh, there's a really old Shuten Doji that she drew. Shuten Doji FGO. Remember a long time ago when I mentioned that I knew that I was going to be able to trust my mama, my new mama, with my design because I knew she really liked Oni? She drew a lot of Shuten Doji. Whoever guessed that she drew a lot of Shuten Doji, you were right. I just avoided the question. I was just like, I don't know who that is. Who?
It seems fate led you here. What a meaningful connection.
Sauron VTuber. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. I got labeled on X and Twitter and no one can see my replies anymore unless they dig for it. Yeah, I've noticed a few people have had that happen to them. The notifications appear very belatedly. Sensei sure loves Karage, as is her right. Shuten is a little flat though, and Yuno is a little the opposite of that. It depends on the version that you're looking at, perhaps. You know when she lies. She's drawn some pretty attractive looking Shuten Dojis. But it was through her like of Shuten Doji that I realized that she was really into Oni characters. And a few of her original characters also have like horns and such, so I had a feeling I would be in good hands. Thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. Oh, and the stretch. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Yuno in chat. I trust that you're all doing well. It's with a great pleasure to be meeting you in this amazing community. Nice to meet you too. Welcome in, welcome in. We're doing well. I was trying to find a particular art piece, but I'm struggling to find it right now. Sensei's Twitter is so full of things, and she doesn't use her, like, portfolio Twitters as much. Both her main one and her not safe for work one, she doesn't really use either very much anymore. Which is valid. It's hard to keep up with multiple accounts a lot of the time. Dang, I can't find it. Could have sworn it was in here. But I guess it's not. And I'm at the bottom of the archive. Alright, well, there goes that. Sorry guys, I tried. I couldn't find it. Might be on Pixiv, maybe. I'm not gonna go through the effort to check the Pixiv, though. The Pixiv, like, I understand Pixiv a little, but it's also organized a bit messed up. At least the way she organized all of her art. So it might be hard to find it still. I did try to find it. I apologize that I couldn't. But yeah, I do know that that's a character she's drawn a lot for original content. I need to buy a drawing tablet. I haven't drawn anything in about 10 years. I'll have to come back just to draw my Oshi. Aw, that's really sweet. I would be honored if I am part of why you decide to get back into drawing. Very kind. Much obliged. Guys, I should probably end stream soon so that I can try to get some rest for tomorrow. It's gonna be so busy. Ooh. Yuno is very inspirational, thank you. I try, that's all I've ever really wanted to be. I like being able to inspire people. EP Oni, well, it's not so much I'm EP, I'm nervous. I'm actually very nervous, but I know I should try to get proper sleep because it's a job interview and I have a lot of preparation to do. And I don't want to explode. It's kind of late for you. It is about to hit midnight, yes. So, that's why I'm kind of like, I should probably try to get some rest and, like, decompress my brain and all of that stuff. I will do my best tomorrow. Like I said, I'm hoping to still do Desktop Explorer. It might just have to be at 4 instead of the normal time because I don't think I'm gonna have time.
It seems fate led you here. What a meaningful connection.
Dux Magnus Renvalius? Or Deuce Magnus Renvalius? I'm not sure how to read the first part. Dux or Dukes. But thank you for the follow. Welcome in, welcome in. Someone booped the Oni. No, you don't have to force me to end. I'm just letting you know. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, hopefully, Desktop Explorer stream at 4 p.m. tomorrow. If not, I'll let you know that it's, like, fully canceled. Maybe I'll have to do it at another time, because I have plans in the evening, so I can't, like, do a nighttime stream tomorrow night. Wednesday, I still have off. Thursday, we'll be doing high times again. The full game came out, and I got a key for the full game, so we'll get to play it properly.
Yep, your soul will do.
I didn't thank you for the 5-month resub, and now in rest. I'm giving you guys a recap of the schedule, please. But yeah, high times Thursday. Friday, members will finally watch Trail to Oregon together, so hope you're excited for that too as well, please. And then, oh, Friday also, if you're going to be going to Offkai Expo, I'm having a meet and greet there. I forgot to say that. I don't know how many of you guys are actually going to Offkai Expo, but there will be a meet and greet at the Red Tail Retail booth in the exhibitor hall. So if you would like to go visit me, I'll be there Friday, 1 p.m. 1 p.m. PST. So hopefully, if you're going to be at Offkai, I hope that you're there to say hi, maybe, if you have time. No worries if not. If only it was in New York. I know, I'm sorry. I unfortunately have not been invited to any New York events. I have to start applying to more places, I think, because I don't know if I'm ever gonna get scouted.
Cute. Do better.
Daniel Smith, thank you for the $2.10 tip fixing this math error. Yes, our total is now at 6967. Thank you. But yeah, hopefully I can see people there. And then Sunday we will be doing another Otome demo. It's a spooky Otome demo. It's a scary game. Hope you look forward to seeing me play that. That's about it though. Yeah. Hopefully, in an ideal world, you will see me tomorrow afternoon, but if I don't make it out alive after the interview and all of the other crap I'm doing, I'll have to reschedule Desktop Explorer, but it's okay. Anyways, pretty busy week. I'm gonna do my best during the interview. I will try to make you guys proud. Whether I get it or not, I will just be happy that I made it this far, because I usually don't make it to the second interview. So, like, honestly, I'm kind of happy I'm already here. We'll see how it goes. But until then, thank you guys so much for choosing to spend time with me. I hope that you have a good rest of your time zone, and until I see you again, Yunotsu!